The Decision Reel is also brought to you by Newsly. Newsly is an audio app for iOS and Android that picks up web articles about the most trending topics on the web at any given moment and reads them to you in a natural human voice. For the first time in the history of the internet, the web becomes listenable. Browse articles from topics you choose and start playing. Stop scrolling and start listening with Newsly. They also have podcasts as well. Explore trending podcasts from over 40 countries, including our podcast, The Decision Reel. Download and use Newsly for free now from www.newsly.me or from the link in the description of this episode and use the promo code REEL, that's REEL, and receive a 1-month free premium subscription to Newsly.
You are listening to The Decision Reel, brought to you by Bright Eyes Entertainment.
You are listening to The Decision Reel, where we try and fail to review movies of today and yesterday. This week, we review the movie
Scrooged
with your hosts,
Brent,
George,
and Steve. We got through that one.
it's pretty funny because that guy that you're intimidating does the promos in the beginning of the movie
Of this movie, yes.
for IBC.
Yes, he does.
on IBC.
Right.
You'll love it.
Yeah, you'll.
You'll.
Oh my God. Does
What
that
kind of-
suck?
What sucks?
That's just what he said.
Oh, yeah,
Bill Murray's
sorry,
next line.
yeah.
Did that suck?
I hated this movie.
Really?
I hated
Are you
it.
for real?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to hear all
Well,
about that.
Before we get into Brent telling us how bad he hated this movie,
I shouldn't say hated it, but I will get into it.
I do want to
I'm not
say
going to poo-poo the whole thing.
he's not going to poo-poo it, but for the people who want to hear if he would poo-poo it or not, I want you to take 10 seconds out of your day and maybe share this podcast if you like it. Maybe give us a review, tell your friends, do something just to help us grow, and, you know, possibly say something on our social medias and we'll call you out on the show or something like that.
Hell yeah. I like reading comments.
Yeah, comments are fun,
Mm-hmm.
good or bad. Tell us why we don't sound good and why this podcast is not good. I want to hear about it.
That's what I heard.
Right. But before we get into this movie, I do want to say one thing that we've never really said before, and we probably should be saying. If you haven't seen this movie, spoilers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Watch
God, we
it
haven't said
before
that.
Listening.
We haven't said that is a little bit better, Steve.
What?
I moved over.
Oh, you did move over. Look at you.
Yeah.
Getting all comfy.
Team player.
Yeah, good job. Good job.
Let us snuggle.
So we are talking about Scrooged.
Snuggle.
This movie I thought I seen before, but I've never actually sat down and watched the whole thing all the way through.
Same.
Okay.
I've seen pieces over the
Yeah,
years.
yeah, like where it's just been on TV and you kind of catch it and you're like, oh, yeah, I've seen this. But in reality, I know. I never actually sat down and watched this movie front to back before.
Okay.
And
yeah. Out of all the ideations or whatever you want to call it of
A Christmas Carol?
Christmas Carol, thank you. I almost said Nightmare Before Christmas, idiot. This might be my least favorite I've ever seen,
Wow. This is definitely my favorite just because it's like a meta perspective on the whole thing.
and it's just and like this dystopian feel to it.
Yeah, it's very, very bleak. With like,
Right.
Even though it is just modern, like there's
Right.
nothing really like different about this from the real
It
world.
honestly felt like a graphic novel turned into Christmas Carol.
Like
that
some
makes
Frank Miller
kind of
shit.
sense. Yeah, like I never even thought about that. You're right. The whole world does feel a little off.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like almost like Batman Returns, Tim Burton.
Oh.
yeah. That's
yeah.
as soon as it started, I was like, "That's this movie."
Yeah.
And
Like, the way his office looks and everything.
I immediately
and
docked points. I was like, "Oh boy,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be a long hour and 40 minutes." But I got through it, and I watched it and critiqued it. One of my favorite cute girl next door actresses is in it, Karen Allen,
From Raiders of the Lost Ark.
and Animal House.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I must not have seen the parts where she was in before because I was like, oh my God, that's what's her face from Indiana Jones. Like,
Yep.
what the fuck?
Dr. Jones.
Indy! Yeah.
Marion? Whatever. What's her
Is
name?
it Marion?
Something like that in
La-
Raiders of the Lost Ark, yeah.
Oh, I have no idea.
Marion, I
It's
think.
been 10, 15 years since I've seen those. I don't know how we haven't pulled one of them out of our
I
asses
know, you
in
know
a
what?
year yet either.
What's the good one, though? There's one good one.
We
and
all
one bad
disagree
one.
on this one, though. Mine's Raiders.
Raiders is your favorite? What's your favorite?
So I'm gonna say it's Raiders, then closely followed by the one with Sean Connery, which is Last Crusade. Like they're neck and neck, and then Temple of Doom's just like get the fuck out of here.
We don't.
And then we don't even talk about the fourth movie
because it shouldn't exist.
Not that it shouldn't exist. It's not an Indiana Jones movie.
I always forget about.
No, it's a Shia LaBeouf movie.
Don't make me play the Shia LaBeouf song.
Please don't. It hurts my ears.
I don't know about this.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
I showed it to you once, and you were like, "What is this?"
We were both like, "Nah."
It's funny.
That's how much you didn't like it. It immediately vacated your realm of thought.
Yeah, it sounds like what I do with things that I hate.
Yeah.
Sure.
My brain went, this ain't for me, bro. I'm out.
Forget they exist. I do not want this to be a part of my personality.
That's
but
funny.
you know, I mean, it's a Christmas Carol reimagined. Do I want to watch it every Christmas? No.
This is my favorite Christmas movie.
Like
of all time.
This is, yeah,
not just Christmas Carol, but Christmas movie.
Christmas movie.
Wow,
Big
wow.
time.
It made me like really it made me like think about my overall perspective of Bill Murray as a leading actor. I was like, man.
You were like, no, really?
Yeah,
the exact opposite for me. Actually.
Really?
Like the bleak tone of the whole movie, I think is perfectly appropriate.
I will agree with you for that. I don't see any other actor doing this movie but him at this time in when did this movie come out, in the 80s?
Yes.
88, I think.
Okay.
And the end monologue when he finally has his revelation, because you really only get about 5 minutes of like post revelation.
Yeah, when he's live on TV.
Yeah. Really, that really is the whole point of the movie, is those 5 minutes to me. And everything flips 180 degrees. The whole bleak tone of the movie goes on its head, and that's, I think when you like look at that as a pivot point, like that's what really sets the movie for me and makes it my favorite of all time. The monologue he's giving, how impassioned he is, it's just.
I will say that Bobcat Goldthwait is fan-fucking-tastic in this movie.
Dude, that dude is a genius.
I love him.
Yeah, he's great.
He really is, and like you at first you're like, is that really him? Because you know the voice. You obviously know the voice.
But he's talking
Or is it
normal
Charlie Day?
in the beginning.
Sort of normal. He still has
Until
the
he gets
same.
drunk.
Huh?
Until he gets drunk.
Right, and then you can tell he's like kind of stressed out and leaning toward that whole thing. And but man, as soon as he's on screen, I was like, "Fuck yeah, Bobcat!"
So random too when you think about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why is he even in this movie? And what is he?
But I mean, Police Academy was big around this time, and he actually was a fairly popular and what's the word I'm looking for? Goddamn, I'm drawing blanks today. Relevant stand-up comedian at this time. So I mean,
yeah, no, he definitely was.
George is flicking off
lights. Yeah, I turned the light off back there, George. Sorry.
Sorry.
So anyways, where to watch this movie? You can watch it on Sling TV, Amazon, Philo, YouTube, Google Play, Apple TV, Vudu, AMC, if you have the AMC app.
I'm fucking so sick and tired of these fucking apps.
And Hulu. But
I guarantee if I would have went on my direct TV stream, it would have been free because AMC's channel on there.
So I looked at that, and no, it's not. You have to have the AMC Plus
so
or whatever
annoying.
it is. Yeah, no, I get you.
Who wants AMC app for what, $5 extra a month?
I don't even know. Like, yeah, you just watch whatever's on the TV.
Jesus Christ. And I guarantee in 3 weeks this bitch is going to be on every platform for free.
Probably because of the time of year.
And we started our Christmas a little early, but there's a lot of good Christmas movies, and we're throwing in some angles of stuff we haven't seen before, so
I think he's singing to his dog.
I think he just sang the praises of his dog.
Oh, good, yeah, good job.
Going potty outside.
Yeah, good job, Georgie.
Georgina.
Georgina. So, the synopsis of this movie reads as follows. A selfish, cynical television executive is haunted by three spirits bearing lessons on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go anywhere different than the source material, right?
Right. I mean, and is that Dickens novel so old that you can just make it and not have to pay anybody now?
Probably, yeah. It's past the
I
copyright whatever date or whatever it is. Yeah, probably.
Look up when that was.
Well, and you got to think too, like this is in the 80s, end of the 80s. I think this was 88.
Right.
So, I mean, I feel like there was a lot of those TV movie specials of old stories coming out, and I think that's the whole play of this movie, which is, hey, let's make a TV movie special, but make it bad. And then, go from there.
Your life may depend on it.
Acid rain.
Terrorist.
I like how the first person who walks out of the boardroom is like throwing up from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nowadays, that's like so tame.
Yeah.
Things really have
He
changed.
goes, maybe get rid of the guns and the blood.
Bobcat. So this was written by Mitch Glazer and Michael O'Donoghue.
Okay.
It was directed by Richard Donner,
Yeah, Richard Donner.
who
Dick
is
Donner.
a big deal when it comes to 80s, 90s cinema.
Really?
Sure is.
He, going back further than the 80s, he directed The Omen, Superman,
Okay.
then The Goonies,
All right.
was attached to The Lost Boys, if you remember. He was supposed to,
I was falling asleep that episode.
right, so you might not remember, but he was supposed to direct
So
that
tired.
movie, but then got beat out to, was it Joe Dante? No, it was Schumacher, wasn't it?
Joel Schumacher.
Right, because he had to make it stupid and sexy.
Yeah.
Um,
It was.
And-
Not stupid and sexy.
Stupid.
Sexy.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no comma there. It was stupid sexy.
Right,
Absolutely.
but Richard Donner's biggest deal was directing and writing the Lethal Weapon movies.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
All four of them.
This guy's a big deal.
This guy fucks.
He did all four of them, wrote and directed them.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first one, and I love the first one.
The first one's the darkest one out of them all.
It
Then they
really
kinda
is,
get
yeah.
campy.
Yeah, I like the fourth one.
That's what I
The
suspected.
fourth
and
one
that's
is
why I don't
super
wanna watch
campy.
them.
1, 2, and 3 are good. The fourth one is butt campy.
Well, the fourth one came out because Rush Hour was a big deal, and they
Right.
went, "Oh, okay, we can
We
still do this."
buddy cop comedies again.
Right.
Okay.
The first one, like, Mel Gibson's fucking suicidal.
That's
Oh, yeah.
why I like it. That's,
Right.
That's like what drew me into the movie. I was like, oh my god.
It's
this
not
is a
an
very
action
serious-
movie. It's
Like
an
a
actual
psychological drama.
Exactly,
Yeah.
with action being in the back seat.
Yes.
And I'd much rather watch that than just people shooting people perfectly every time.
So 2 and 3 get more actiony and
As they
4
go
is
down the
campy.
line, yeah, you don't need to watch 4 at all.
All right. Well, I'll give 2 and 3 a shot, I guess. But 1,
Definitely
choice.
1, yeah.
Choice.
1 and 2 are in the same kind of vein. 4 is definitely just like, it's not jumping the shark, but it's kind of just like, it's waiting around
it's
the
like
shark.
not a Lethal Weapon movie anymore,
Man,
really.
Pretty
you know,
much not.
I know we're talking about Scrooge, but the more and more I think about Saturday Night, Steve, I wish George would have came with us.
Oh, so we went to the MCW, which is a Maryland Championship Wrestling show, which was at the Hollywood Fire Department.
Yeah.
Okay, there was like
Oh,
300 people,
man.
maybe 200 to 300 people there.
No, I think it was over the 300 mark.
Okay, and it was nothing but a good time.
Great time.
Nothing but a good. Did they play that song?
No, but you know,
Should've.
dude,
Wow.
$3 beers and just good cheap entertainment.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was.
We
I
got a
was
whole
working-
pizza at the end for like $1.
Yeah,
I was
they were.
working that night, but that sounds like a lot of fun.
Where were you DJing?
I was DJing a wedding at Woodlawn.
Woodlawn's down the ridge.
Sure is. Yeah.
I've been there. It's beautiful on the water.
Oh man, they redid the interior of that place too. Oh man. it's
Man, the last time I was
absolutely
down there, they had Nazi chairs.
stunning. What?
the house.
Oh, they had little swastika patterns on them or something.
yeah.
Okay,
But
yeah.
they were. It happened.
That is a Tibetan good luck charm, by the way.
Yes, and it also there was some socialism type deals in the colony that they were hand carved.
All right, that's a little weird.
Yeah,
Where was this?
Ridge.
Ridge. Makes sense.
You never know what you're gonna find down in Ridge. That's for fucking sure.
Barely running water these days. I
You-
don't know.
Anyways, back to this movie. This is starring Bill Murray as Frank Cross, Karen Allen, who we talked about as Claire Phillips,
So cute.
John Forsythe as Lou Hayward, John Glover as Bryce Cummings, Bobcat Goldthwait as Eliot Loudermilk. What a name.
The milkman. Fire the milkman.
Fire the milkman. We're going to hire him for double his pay.
Yeah.
David Johansen as the Ghost of Christmas Past, Carol Kane as the Ghost of Christmas Present,
Mm-hmm.
Robert Mitchum as Preston Rhinelander, Alfred Woodard as
Woodard?
Grace. Oh shit, I said it wrong. Alfree.
Okay, Alfree.
She was Grace Cooley, so his
Okay.
assistant.
Yeah.
Brian Doyle Murray as Earl Cross, which is Bill Murray's brother,
Yeah.
playing his dad, which was kind of cool. Then you also have Mary Lou Retton, Robert Goulet,
Goulet.
Playing themselves.
and Lee Majors.
yeah.
Now, was Terry Hatcher in this movie? and
Terry
get
Hatcher was,
unaccredited?
yeah.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was
Was
not
she
credited.
Wendy?
Yeah, she was his brother's wife,
He
but
goes-
she
he
is
goes,
not
"Hey,
credited.
Wendy, lie on live. I thought that was a young Terry Hatcher. Well,
Yep.
Terry Hatcher hasn't aged since the 70s. So I think she's 100, actually.
I mean, obviously, what do you think of when you think of Terry Hatcher? Are they real?
What? Her breasts?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know if I've ever seen.
That's Seinfeld.
Oh, I've never seen that episode, but
What?
no. When I think of Terry Hatcher, I think of what was that movie? What was that show in the 90s with David Spade? It's a sitcom.
Just Shoot Me.
Just Shoot Me. She was in that, and then she was in Hot in Cleveland.
Oh, dude, Hot in Cleveland. I heard that was really good.
It's pretty not bad. It's cheesy as fuck. Embrace the cheese.
That's what we do here. I'm gonna get a button that I'm gonna push, and then it's gonna say "Embrace the cheese." Maybe if we do video. Maybe we're doing video right now. I don't know.
We need a star swipe with just cheese behind us.
Oh, I love
Just
that.
cheeses.
Yeah. Like the more you know, but like embrace the cheese.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh,
All right. I'll make
just a
it.
block of
I'll make
cheddar
it.
with
Yeah.
a rainbow behind it.
Like the Nyan Cat.
Yeah.
But just
embrace
cheddar.
the cheese.
What kind of? Just the big block of cheddar?
Yeah,
or is it maybe Gouda or?
No, just a big block
the one
of
with
cheese.
the holes in it.
Yeah.
though. Like the comic book, like you
Yeah.
know,
Okay.
like you give it like a mouse. In
Yeah.
a comic book.
Yeah. I like
the one that the cat Tom would lay down for Jerry.
That's what we're talking
just
about.
fly
right
through
there.
the air with a rainbow behind it. It says "Embrace the cheese."
the cheese.
Cheese.
This is produced by Mirage Productions and distributed by Paramount Pictures.
All right, so it had some backing.
Had some big studios behind it. Obviously, Bill Murray at the time
I was about to say, this is his time, man.
Yeah. We're going to get to this a little bit later, but it kind of was in his time, and then it was. People don't remember because it wasn't that big of a deal, but he stepped away from acting for a while.
Until what? He started doing like a string of Wes Anderson movies?
Until this movie. This was his big comeback.
After, hold on, I know this. After Ghostbusters, because it was a stressful production.
Yep.
And he had words. He had words with Harold Ramis, who was like his best friend prior to that.
And
so,
they didn't talk to each other until they did Ghostbusters 2, and then after that, he didn't talk to him until he was on his deathbed.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I think they literally had more than words. They like fist fought, or they at least had a physical altercation of some kind.
I'm not sure about the fist fighting, but
bunch of movies together.
Yeah, especially with him writing and directing and not starring in Harold Ramis. So Harold Ramis.
Harold Ramis.
Or also known as Egon Spengler.
Right. Or people don't even realize this. He played what's his face?
Knocked Up.
Yeah, he played his dad.
Yeah. Yeah, Harold Ramis is kind of a legend.
Yeah,
you know? And he was a SNL SNL legend. What's that movie about the SNL guys writing? They're writing it and they don't even know if it's a bit anymore. Fuck, what is this?
Whoa,
movie?
that sounds interesting.
Ah, man, I'm gonna have to look it up. Anyways, it's a really good movie about SNL. I'll mention it later.
He's gonna mention it later.
Come
so
back
this
to
is
it.
rated PG-13 for no reason whatsoever. It just everywhere says PG-13.
Well, there's cigarettes.
I mean, it's got like cartoon violence.
There's
I guess, with her
areola.
smacking him.
There definitely
Charles
is.
Dickens would want to see her nipples. Yeah, full on. You know what though? Back in '88, do you think TVs could have even seen that? Because like,
the fuzzy ass TVs.
I'm thinking like my 4K TV probably barely saw it.
Yeah.
It was barely there.
My wife said
That
something.
censor needs to cut him some slack.
My wife said something while we were watching it, like, "Wow, what's up with Bill Murray's face? He has so much makeup on." And I'm like, "Well, that's because it's 4K. Like, it was never intended to watch this at this resolution."
Covering up those chickenpox scars, baby.
Right?
Sure, yeah.
Got to. So the runtime on this was, I will say, a little too long. Was there?
Shut up.
Just a little too long. It should have been like 90 to 95 minutes, but it is sitting at 100 minutes.
What would you have cut out?
I do know that at the end his speech is important, but it does ramble on a little bit.
I disagree. I think that speech is the whole point of the movie.
I think they could have got to it quicker.
Well,
and it could have been a little bit longer.
I was going to say the part with his assistant's family I know is important as well, but they could have cut that down a little bit.
Yeah.
They could have cut down the whole when he first gets visited by the golf guy who's dead.
They could have cut that out a lot. I guess a fair amount of like Bill Murray's just like
I like the scene, but it was too long.
Improvisation of just like where he's just talking.
Yeah.
There are some like kind of long-winded scenes of Bill Murray just like, no, you're a hallucination brought on by vodka.
Alcohol,
poisoned by Chernobyl. Like,
right.
Some of the delivery is just like really long-winded. And there's that scene with Bryce Cummings in the restaurant.
That's what I was just going to say. The restaurant scene doesn't really need to be in the movie.
Even, honestly, the whole Bryce Cummings character, probably, if you cut out everything with that, you'd probably be okay.
You're right.
I don't really get the
Yeah,
point
what is he
that.
doing in there? Yeah, he's trying to take over his job, I guess. But
he has no analog in the original Christmas Carol story.
Sure.
Right. He's not
anybody.
Ebenezer Scrooge. He's not Bob Cratchit. Like, he's not anybody.
Where's Tiny Tim?
I
guess he's
Barely Retton.
Yeah.
Well, he's the little black kid at the end, too.
Yeah.
With her.
Who didn't see that one coming?
Did she just piss?
No.
Anyways,
Did she pee outside like 10 seconds ago?
she shit outside, so we'll see what happens.
So we'll see what happens.
I mean, I'm doing my best here. This is hard. Yeah. So I think I will
try my
agree
best.
that Bryce Cummings, the whole thing is the weakest part of the movie. That whole dude could be taken out.
Yeah.
If you cut that out, that might cut maybe 10 minutes out of the movie. I would still be fine with this movie.
I agree with that 100%.
Other than that, and maybe that, well, like I said, the dinner scene is probably that's probably the weakest scene in the whole movie to me. But again, that's Bryce Cummings. I hate that guy. He's the worst character in the movie. I'm saying it now.
Yeah,
Have you seen Gremlins 2?
Jeez, not in a long time.
Okay, because he's in that movie, and he's actually really good in that movie. He's the guy who's in charge of, I think it's Clamp It or something. The movie studio.
Isn't that fucking
Joe Dante.
That's not Joe Dante.
I swear that's Joe Dante.
Joe Dante's the director.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
talking
what I'm
about the guy who plays Bryce. Isn't that fucking the dad on the fucking Brady Bunch movie?
Oh, I don't know.
Isn't that the fucking Ted Jones on Pineapple Express?
No,
definitely
no,
not.
no.
We're not talking about the same guy here?
Definitely not.
All right, cool.
No. You're talking about the dude from Office Space.
Yeah, no. You know what? I know who this guy is. All right, yeah. I know who this guy is. He grows a beard later in his career, and he's like got a beard and everything after this movie. I know who this guy is. All right.
Moving on. This was released on November 23rd, 1988.
Christmas season.
I do like the fact that this movie was released in a Christmas season, and it is a Christmas movie.
You can't release a Christmas Carol any other time of the year.
Even a bleak one like this, like it's
right. It has to be.
I bet you they would do it.
They
would do it nowadays. They just release it whenever.
Think so?
Yeah, because movies are like that now. You know what I mean? Like they just say, fuck it, just release it whenever. People will watch it.
People are dumb.
Exactly. Like how many Halloween movies have been released not around Halloween?
Yeah, I mean,
speaking of Halloween movies, you guys ever seen the end of Final Destination 5?
Yeah,
where it ties all back together.
Yeah.
Fuck.
How does it tie it all together? Just spoil it for me. It's fine.
Okay,
Spoilers.
you know in
spoiler. I gotta get a button. Spoiler.
I certainly don't care about
the first
universe.
one that like Devin Sawa was like, get off the plane.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. That's the end of the fifth one.
Yeah.
Oh, I have seen this.
So the fifth one, they think they beat it and blah blah blah
but
blah.
They're just passing it on to a whole plane of people, right?
Pretty much, I guess.
I do remember.
Well, what's
this.
crazy is the way they make those movies. You don't think they're in the past.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But nothing gives away that they're not. So all those movies coming together, and I'm sure they didn't have that idea through the whole thing.
No, but that's
and they
very
probably
clever.
just like, fuck it, let's just make this one the beginning of the first movie, and then you're just like, holy shit,
Yeah.
and it's cool.
Yeah. Sorry, I saw a list of like the top like twists in Hollywood, and that actually made the top twists.
I could see
That was the top twist.
No. It made like the top 20 list.
I'm sure Saw was in there too.
Sense. Saw,
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense was on there. Hey, could you let go of my hoodie, baby?
Beep.
Thank you.
Definitely Saw was in there. I'm sure.
Yeah.
What's
The
in the
Mist.
box?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck 7. That movie's great.
Yep. 7 was on there. Yep.
What was number one?
I can't remember.
It has to be Sixth Sense.
Gotta be the.
I'd have to
That
look
movie
it up.
changed fucking movies, man.
It really did, and
Like that dude was able to make like 3 bad movies in a row.
it didn't matter.
And
yeah,
nobody cared. They were
right?
like,
Because
"Keep
they're
on
like, all
making
right,
them."
it's fine.
Yeah.
He'll come
He's a
out with
Sixth
another
Sense
one,
guy.
right?
Like all he needs is one more of those.
But you know what? I think we talked about this before. It's like now he's shoehorned into anytime you see an M. Night Shyamalan movie, you're expecting the twist, and when it doesn't
talked about
happen,
this, yeah.
then it's like, well, fuck this movie.
I think that's why people hated like Lady in the Water. You know, like which
There
is
was
just,
no
like,
twist.
Which honestly, like that movie's not bad. It's just a simple story. Yeah. You know what movie I thought I liked when it came out, and now I can't fucking stand?
The one with the lizard man or whatever.
The Village.
Oh, The Village. Yeah, no, The Village is not good.
Yeah,
I liked the one where the Earth was poisoning everybody with John Leguizamo.
I can't
Happening?
talk about that movie.
I liked it.
The reason why I don't like it is because it was marketed as such a different movie, and then you went and saw it, and you went, it's the trees? All right, fuck
It's
this.
the goddamn trees.
And then Mark Wahlberg just looks so confused the whole time.
What?
I'm not gonna kill you. God, and he's not a good actor in it. Like
He's not,
even
no.
even if the plot was different, he's just acting poorly. It's just not a good movie.
It's just not a good
It's just not a
It's
good
just not.
movie.
Even if the plot was different, it wouldn't be good.
I
That
think
movie
you're
is
right.
irredeemable in my opinion.
I think you're right.
Stop
There's a
biting everything.
This fucking little asshole, man.
toy right down there if you want to.
Right, you want to get that toy, man?
Oh yeah, hold on.
We're going to help.
It's not gonna help her out. She's still gonna be a little be.
Well, I mean-
but-
She's like 12 weeks old or whatever.
I know there's nothing. You can, oh, she might like this though.
Why wouldn't you?
Okay, so here's
Right on
here's
camera.
this list, not in any
Let's
kind
hear
of
it.
particular. So Empire Strikes Back is on it with the whole Luke, I am your father thing.
You know what?
of course. Why didn't we
People
even-
gloss over that, but
Yeah.
that was huge back in the day.
They even kept it hidden from the crew.
Oh, yeah.
The cast and crew.
They filmed, I believe, 2 different things about that.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
shit,
filmed.
That's tight as fuck. Then
Obi-Wan killed your father is what they told everybody but Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill was the only one. That
Well, you know what? So what's his face does the voiceovers for that, right? The actor is not
James Earl Jones
Right.
and David Prowse was Vader's.
right. So he probably
Vader.
said that on set, right?
Obi-Wan killed your father. Yeah.
right? And then they just changed it.
James Earl Jones. Yeah. The only one they told so he could act appropriate was Mark Hamill.
that's
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah, that is.
The original Psycho
Yeah, that
is
makes
on
sense.
there. Yeah, Fight Club.
Yeah, why didn't I even think of Fight Club?
Yeah. I've never seen this movie, The Others, with Nicole Kidman.
Dude, that's a great
Oh,
movie.
When we talked about like true horror,
Yeah.
that's on there. Like,
Yeah.
very few like jump scare type stuff. I think it opens with a jump scare. Literally,
That's it, and that's the
screams.
last one. Yeah, and then the whole movie is literally just like atmosphere.
Yeah,
Right.
fuck
Yeah.
that.
Dude, no, it's good. It's not scary though, and it.
I don't want to tell you because I think you should watch it sometime.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't want to spoil it. It's very, very good, man. It's one of my favorites of all time.
The Usual Suspects.
Yeah, all right, because
Yeah.
you don't see it coming.
Orphan.
Never saw that.
Don't.
It's not. It's a shitty movie, and at the end, it is pretty funny at the
They're
end.
they're
ever
making
seen-
another one.
El Orfanato. You ever seen that one?
No.
What's the twist in that?
The Orphanage. Man, I don't remember. I just remember
Oh.
the movie being fucking
Okay.
super good.
Primal Fear?
I've never seen that.
Where he proves him innocent. Memento? Never.
Oh, dude, Memento. If you've never
That's,
seen Memento, you need to watch that.
Chris Nolan's first
Yep.
like big movie.
Yep,
10 Cloverfield Lane.
that's great.
Yeah, that
We've
was a
talked
good
about that on. Well, we talked about it when you weren't on here. Yeah.
Says Monty Python. Nobody expected it to end like that, honestly. Shawshank.
Yeah, I can see that.
Arrival.
Arrival is really good. If you haven't seen that, definitely watch that movie. That's another Villeneuve, the guy that just made Dune. Pretty sure.
I never saw
Never seen Arrival.
Is this a new one?
Newer. It's got Amy Adams in it, where like these
You're thinking
aliens come
Annihilation?
down. No, that was.
That's the one with the language. Like,
Yep.
You know what? I remember being super fucking bored.
Until the end, and then you realize, holy shit.
I need to watch it again.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah,
then,
don't spoil it. I'll give it another shot.
It's about time.
Okay, don't spoil it.
That's
for
all
me.
you need to know.
I'll certainly watch it.
Sixth Sense is on there. Crazy
has to be.
Stupid Love is on there. Says there's like 2 mega plot twists in it. I've never seen the movie.
No,
I've
me
never
neither.
seen it either.
Shutter Island.
Yeah, I can see
You
that.
know what? I don't know.
You can
Okay.
see it coming if you're paying attention, but that's the whole
Yeah.
genius of the movie.
Yeah, I kind of did see that one coming.
The Game with Michael Douglas and Sean Penn. Never seen it.
Yeah,
Parasite from a couple years ago.
I never saw
I
Parasite.
heard that was really good.
The Mist is on there.
Oh man, The Mist fucked me up. We gotta do that episode.
The
Someday.
Machinist with
seen
my,
The
with my
Mist?
boy. Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay. The Machinist with Christian Bale.
Yes.
Christian
that's a good
Bale.
one.
From Dusk Till Dawn, it just went from a normal movie to a vampire action movie.
It really does, right? Out of nowhere.
and,
Out
then
of nowhere.
and then 7.
Like it was already a really strong like gangster movie.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
or
then
like
all of a sudden you're like,
crime movie.
wait a second.
It could have just kept going and I was already in, and then I was
Yeah.
like, holy fuck.
And then he's got the gun with the in his
And it gets super over the top out of nowhere.
Oh yeah,
too, you
dude,
know?
it's
Smelly pussy. Like what the fuck?
but it's entertaining as hell,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
for sure.
All right, sorry to distract the show. Back to Scrooged.
Back to Scrooge. This was filmed from December 7th, 1987 through April 12th, 1988.
That's a pretty long
Yeah.
production.
Feel
Well,
like
you got to think it's over Christmas.
Okay. I don't know what that has to do with production. You can
you can put a Christmas tree up any time of year.
Yeah.
Well, you would want to. The whole idea of this movie
Also-
is not to say to people to work through Christmas, right?
Also, another movie. Remember, Vinny brought this up a couple weeks ago, where whatever city they're in, whether it's New York, Chicago, or whatever, always wet, just dark and wet outside,
You're right. Yeah.
That's
just
true.
wet.
So this was, speaking of dark and wet, it was filmed in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, many places in New York, and Los Angeles, California on some sound stages.
That dog's got to piss.
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 Ass.
But you're right. That movie did seem like, just looking at it, that you could tell it was in New York. Even you're not even looking at buildings, just the
Yep.
outside of it. You're like,
Yep.
it's dark and wet,
It's like
and that's
yellow,
what you
it's
think
yellow
it is.
cabs and dark and wet.
Right. And as much as you can say, oh, that's a trope or whatever, you do it in a movie to know without telling your audience where you are.
Right.
Just like if you're in Mexico, it's going to be a little sepia toned.
Yes.
Right?
And it's going to be a little dusty.
Exactly. Or if you're in Asia, they end up like making stuff a little neon-y or whatever.
Right. And there might be some lanterns hanging.
Maybe, you know.
If you're in Chicago, guaranteed shot of Wrigley Field.
Has to be. Maybe some baseball.
Well, just like in
the
DC,
background.
I mean, but the DC skyline is very epic and everybody knows it, but
You got to have the shot of the Capitol building or the White House
there's
if you're in
gonna be
DC.
a drone shot of the
Right.
overhead, you know?
Or the drive-by of something and you're like, oh
Yes.
yeah, we're in DC. And,
Right.
Or I've seen a lot of the New York where they do like the stock exchange footage or whatever,
Yep,
right?
Yep.
But I guess it all depends on the type of movie as well, right?
The movie.
The movie. Speaking of this movie, well, George isn't here because he's taking his dog out.
I love this. This show's just chaos. I love it.
That's what we do here.
Yeah.
Straight chaos and embracing cheese.
Cheese.
I like and hate this movie at the same time. Like, I see what this movie's trying to do,
Yeah.
but the delivery, and it could be the fact that it is old, right? I mean 30
yeah,
years,
we're coming
33 years,
And
whatever.
Christmas Carol itself is like 150, 180
Sure.
years old,
Yep.
something like that.
Did it do anything different to the original story? No.
Not really.
Did it
Not
need to?
significantly.
No, it didn't need to. But what I'm saying is, like, just watching the movie, I wasn't bored, but I was just like, get on with it.
Yeah, it didn't flow very well for me.
And I feel like it's the Bill Murray improvisation.
He certainly when he's on screen, which is most
The
of
whole,
the time,
pretty much the whole movie.
Yeah, some of his lines drag, but because he's doing it on purpose. They really just kind of give him free reign of just like, this is the gist of the scene. Have fun,
Right, figure it out.
and it really, as much as I love Bill Murray, it's a weaker film for it. Somebody should have reined him in a little bit and been like, hey, look, you're kind of going a little crazy there.
Yeah.
Which, to his strength, though, again, like, I'm going to harp on this all night. The end monologue is what gets me about this movie. Like, that's where they should have let him just go with it, Bill. Like,
Yeah, I feel like they did a little bit, though.
I think I'm sure they did, yeah. And that's just does it all for me. Really, this whole movie is about the last 5 minutes for me. Like, everything else is just building up to that for me.
For sure.
You know, when everything he says, you know, like, the miracle could happen to you. Like, I don't know. Like, I love that. I like, he says, and, you know, it's not just about Christmas Eve. You could do it every single day. Like, I think that is absolutely the most beautiful message in the whole world.
Yeah.
I think we should carry that with us for real every single day. Like, I love that. And, I don't know. It is exactly what Christmas like should be about.
Yeah, about peace on earth and humanity and charity and all that other good happy horse shit. I agree.
And how Christmas and it doesn't just have to be around the Christmas season.
Nope.
You can live that every day of your life. And A Christmas Carol, I guess, is like a dated story to me. You know, I don't give a fuck about fucking Scrooge McDuck fucking
Oh man, Scrooge McDuck.
chilling in his fucking 18th century fucking English hovel, but you fucking modernize it.
English hovel.
Whatever. you fucking modernize it and fucking put Bill Murray in it. And the way he just like ruins his whole career at the same time as he's like giving
But does he though?
Yeah.
Because I feel
For
like
sure.
Homeboy's wife was about it.
Yeah.
And
at
was
first he's like, get him the fuck off here. But then Bobcat's like, no, he's telling you that you're the guy screwing up or whatever.
Yeah.
the
Right.
guy that's trying to take his job and like
Right,
calling him
yeah.
out and basically saying he's making fun of him and whatnot.
Yeah.
So is it Bill Murray's not getting fired? Like, I don't know.
But you know what? The point exists that Bill Murray it doesn't give a fuck if he's getting fired or not.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, that's what really matters.
Yeah, he's going in there doing his thing just
He
to
says,
say,
I'm
yeah.
a different man now. I'm changed. You know, this is fucking nobody at his funeral. I don't know. Like you could talk. There's nothing that can be said about A Christmas Carol that hasn't already been said.
I mean, the only thing that actually happens to change him is him seeing himself burning in a casket, right? Up until that point, even before the casket's burning and he's
Right.
in it,
Right.
he's still a dickhead.
I mean, little things get to him. You know, he denies it, seeing when Attila the Hun saw his mother, Niagara Falls.
Right. And then,
I
yeah.
love the cab driver. Like, he's so good in this movie. But,
And he wasn't in anything else after this, really.
yeah, I ended up looking him up. I've actually looked up a ton about this
Yeah,
movie.
he's just a big voiceover artist.
Did you read about like because he was in a band? What was it, Dresden Dolls?
I didn't read that far.
I think.
don't know.
And
You're wrong about that.
Not the Dresden. You're a big Dresden Dolls fan.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's in.
This guy.
some
I know
fucking
everything
band.
about music.
He's in some fucking band, some punk band, and like another member of the band was so jealous that he was in this movie and his role was so big that he like beat the shit out of him and like attempted suicide or something. He
What
went
the
fucking
fuck?
Well,
nuts.
now I need to look up who this guy
This is
Look
crazy.
at- yeah, dude. It fucking. I was like, no way.
That's so
and then
random.
that's really all he did too. Like,
Yeah.
like, dude, chill. Like his moment of fame, his 5 minutes of fame will be over soon. Like, relax. Giorgio.
It's kind of funny though, when you break it down. Like, this is all you got, but you almost ruin your life over it.
Yeah, like his friend is not friend, his bandmate.
That's crazy to me.
New York Dolls. I don't fucking know.
It might have been in the New York Dolls, but
New York,
New York.
those New York dolls. Anyways, we're at the budget.
Budget. Probably a lot.
Probably a lot.
I don't know. 60 million.
Okay.
I don't know. 1988. I almost filmed for 4 fucking months.
You know what? I'm gonna lower my number. 45 million.
Okay.
35.
32.
All right.
All right. Good job.
Look at you.
Hey. Oh.
And you got to think, you're right. It's 1988, 87, whatever. What's the biggest part of this movie is Bill Murray, right?
Right.
You're bringing him back pretty much out of him, not retirement, but just he went on an extended hiatus.
Yeah, he was the lead singer of the New York Dolls.
Oh.
New York Dolls.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. I wasn't that far off.
No. It had dolls in the name.
Yeah, and I don't know shit about that.
I don't know what the point I was making was, but yeah, 32 million. I was thinking around like 25, 30 or something like that.
He's the one you got to pay the most, and then there was like little cameos like Jamie Farr and
Right,
like
yeah.
but those are like SAG minimums probably. And
Yeah.
Lee
yeah.
Major's coming in. He's like, just give me the fucking
dude, he's got
Gatling
the
gun.
minigun. Hell yeah, dude.
That's all I care
The
about.
night the reindeer died.
Yeah,
That
what
was
the hell is
kick-ass.
going on this?
I wanted
that channel was worse than Fox.
And who was that like Cher lookalike? Like in the beginning, like I don't know that. I want that movie to exist.
I'd watch it.
The
I'd
night the
watch
reindeer died. Like
Yeah.
make it happen.
Yeah.
That just
Like,
reminded me of
embrace
the
that
Weird
cheese.
Al song.
The night Santa went crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. From Bad
Oh,
Hair Day.
dude. Bad Hair Day and Running with Scissors are like perfect albums.
You're right.
Yeah, dude.
No,
Dude,
there's no
honestly-
bad song.
The night Santa went crazy.
Dude, you guys should cover that. Dude, also
Chris Kringle went nuts.
reindeer guts, man.
Tell you.
Dude, Poodle Hat, fucking the one with the Jurassic Park shit. Like Weird Al, he can pretty much do no
Dude,
wrong.
the
Like,
song,
he's very
the
good.
song Albuquerque.
Oh my God. What was the one? It was the Batman soundtrack from like Batman Forever that he did, but it was about like going to the dentist or something.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
Root Canal or something. I don't know, but it was a great
it
song.
was one song.
Yeah.
It's from Bad Hair Day.
Yeah.
I'll get it. I'll get
We'll-
it.
we'll
I'll
get
go-
My favorite thing from Bad Hair Day was the medley that he would
Oh,
like,
yeah.
put together
the
like
polka
50
medleys.
the Polka medley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
God damn. I had listened to Bad Hair Day nonstop.
Back in the day when it
Dude,
came out.
I would just play my PlayStation 1 and listen to him sing about Gump.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Lump
Dude,
cover, man.
Amish Paradise has 25 million spins on Spotify.
Yeah, because that song is fucking awesome.
You know
It's-
you need
it's-
200
I bet you it has more than fucking Gangsta's Paradise.
Probably.
You know you need 250 plays to earn $1.
Wow.
Wow. $1, huh?
Yeah.
It's called Cavity Search.
There it is. Why'd you ruin it for me?
I'm
I would have.
sorry.
It's like I never would have come up with a name. I think I know the whole song. I never would have thought of the name though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I know all the words to all the songs on that record.
Same.
My bad. I thought I had it plugged in. Turn it off.
Wow.
Nah, let's not worry about it.
All right, moving on. no more.
What's,
no
the,
more
what's
weird.
the next? The next.
Box office.
Not much, probably.
I honestly think people in the 80s, dude, the economy was good. It was a Christmas movie released at Christmas.
The end of the Reagan '80s. Was this election year? This is right when.
This is 88 wasn't election year.
This
No,
would
it
be-
wasn't. 86 was an election year.
So this is Reagan parts. No, this is
This is Bush 1.
Bush. No.
Yeah, it is. 88 Bush 1, isn't it?
When did Clinton come in?
Yeah.
92.
Clinton came in 92. Yes,
So
Bush
this
1.
is what Bush won, yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah, you're right.
So yeah,
Bush one was a one-term president.
no, he was a 2-term president.
So Reagan. Oh man, I got my timelines wrong. All right.
Reaganomics. Yeah, I'm fucked up. I'm real fucked up right now.
Anyways,
But anyway, I think it's close. I'm going to say like 90.
90 million.
Yeah, I think it did well.
I'm gonna go with my 60 number.
Plus plus Bill Murray, like you guys said, took some time off. Yeah, I'm sticking with 90.
So here's the thing. On Wikipedia, it's one number. On every other site, it's another number.
Don't trust Wiki.
I'm not.
What did Wiki? What's their
So
reference? What are they
Wikipedia-
referencing? Did you look at the reference?
No,
Damn it, Steven.
I should have looked at that. I was more curious of
You got to
trying
vet
to
your
find.
sources, bro.
Well, I was more curious to find where else was this 100 million being from. I guess I should have looked on Wikipedia of where it was pulling it from.
But notes, bibliography.
Damn, I got to go back to school. So on Wikipedia, they're saying 100 million.
Wow.
No way.
Everywhere else, 65 million.
That seems more accurate to me.
Yes.
Hold on, I'm pulling up the wiki now.
Pull up the
The
where
old
they got
wiki,
that number
Because
from.
I'm seeing 100.3 box office.
She decided a couple hours ago she wasn't going to be good anymore today. I've had
Hey, man,
her on the road all day. She's just done. You know,
She's a goddamn puppy, man. It's cool.
Yeah, she's
It's
ready
fine.
to just be in bed. I got an hour nap before we came here. She was in bed for an hour, and then I had to bring her up again. Poor little thing.
Fucking puppies.
Fucking puppy.
All right, hold on. You guys carry on.
We're going to carry on.
What's the next?
Opening weekend, it did 13 million. That's everywhere says that.
Well,
So,
I mean, that's a Christmas movie in Christmas time. It's going to make money opening week.
Sure. And it's not like it had a huge drop off, but it did drop off the week after too. So it's like people saw it, nobody really talked about it, and then it was kind of like, all right. And I get it. It's not a talk about movie. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of just like, did you see the Scrooged remake? Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
Bill Murray did his thing.
I would like to point out they never say a Charles Dickens immortal classic, A Christmas Carol. They say Scrooge. They call it Scrooge the whole time.
You're right. They do.
I wonder why
I
they
wonder
don't call
why,
it Christmas
yeah.
Carol. Yeah.
Very interesting. Because even the old guy has the book, but he never says
Yeah.
A Christmas Carol.
Even the IBC production is called Scrooge.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he pulls out in the beginning of was it when he was trying to grab his gun? The gun was on the Scrooge screenplay or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They never reference A Christmas Carol at one point in this whole thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Before I move on to the top 10 that week, what do you got, Brent?
Where'd they
It
get
says
it from?
weekend box office from November 25th to the 27th, 1988, pulled from Box Office Mojo archived, but then
The archives, though.
Scrooge said, I'm still I'm not seeing anything where they're like actually quoting anybody on this 100 mil.
So that's probably why I didn't even look at it then.
It's not even. It doesn't even have a
External links.
no. It's I don't see.
Yeah, there's nothing in the.
it's
or
not.
references.
There's no reference marks to it.
Anyways, all right. I think we're good with the 60-something number.
Yeah, that
That's
makes
what
more
I'm-
sense.
That's what I'm gonna.
Double the budget. We'll
hold in
call it
my
good.
heart.
We'll call it good.
Yeah.
We'll call it good. So top 10 that week.
Hell yeah.
Number 10, Mystic Pizza.
That
Oh,
movie made a
Julia
lot of money.
Roberts.
Yeah, and this. I don't know. Is this a little before her heyday, or is this her heyday? I feel like
This is right before she took over.
she was a little stronger in like the early 90s.
Pretty Woman is when she blew them.
Yeah, absolutely. 91, maybe 93.
I think that was 93. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you mean the counterpart to Milk Money?
Pretty much,
Oh,
right?
yeah, the sequel to Milk Money.
Yeah, there it is.
No, what did we say? This no, The Girl Next Door.
Yeah.
That's what we said. The sequel.
Full
Yeah.
on though. Yeah.
For sure. Number 9, Fresh Horses.
Anyways,
Never heard of
What
it.
Is that?
Let's make a movie about horses, but they're new horses.
Yeah,
They're super fresh.
fresh little fresh ones.
They're guaranteed fresh.
The freshest ones
Number 8,
in their packaging.
The Accused.
I feel like if I saw a trailer, I'd remember this. I think I've
Probably,
seen
yeah.
Sounds
it,
like a
but
Denzel Washington film.
Probably is. Number 7, High Spirits.
Never heard of this.
Nope.
Never heard of that.
Man, the 80s sucked.
Number 6, they're about to get better. Child's Play.
Hell yeah.
The first one's great. The second one, and then the rest all suck until
I like
the
The
new-
Bride.
Yeah, so I was just gonna say with Tiffany in it. Haha.
Oh yeah, Bride of Chucky is one of the best movies, best like horror comedies of all.
Because
time.
it's so stupid and it knows it is.
Oh yeah,
And it plays into
it.
it.
Does embrace the cheese.
Oh
like,
yeah.
perfectly.
Just like Elm Street embraced the cheese.
Or Freddy vs. Jason.
But like with Elm Street 3, yeah, it really just is like yes,
This is why we're here.
yeah.
Speaking of embracing the cheese, number 5, Ernest Saves Christmas.
Wow. yeah.
Hell yeah, Ernest. Fucking what was that guy's name?
Ernest P. Worrell.
No,
Oh,
the
his-
actor.
Varney, Jim Varney.
Jim Varney.
Yeah. What a legend.
Hey.
You know what I mean, Vern?
Vern. So I almost did for Halloween. Ernest Scared Stupid. Your dog is scared stupid.
This dog is something else.
She doesn't know what she's doing right now. No, stay up here, baby.
I think she really wants to just go like hide in a corner right now. I'm about to just let her over there, and if she's good, I'll let her stay. She's very.
I'm gonna go no because there's a lot of wires over there.
Well, never mind. She's
Gonna go no.
She's a very introverted dog. Is all I'm trying.
She
to
probably
say.
wants a blanket like my dog wants and to sleep.
Oh well.
Number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Cocoon: The Return.
Oh, The Return. I didn't know they made another Cocoon.
I feel like I loved Cocoon when I was a kid. I've never even heard.
Cocoon was
of
made
it.
because of Alien, basically.
Yeah,
It was the opposite of
That was
that.
Gutenberg, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
The cover was basically the cover of Alien too, right? Instead of a little egg, it was a cocoon.
I remember in Zack and Miri, he's like, "How about cocoon? Like Cocoon, but with a cut." That's pretty much my memory of that
poster.
I really don't. You probably have seen that poster.
I can imagine.
All right, top 3.
Here we go.
Scrooged, The Land Before Time,
Oh, I love that movie.
Wow.
Oliver and Company.
With
Ooh.
Billy Joel? Why
Dude.
should I worry? Holy shit, that movie's good.
Underrated and not a Disney movie.
And bet you
It's
no
not.
one remembers that was even a movie.
Oliver and Company is not a Disney film.
No shit.
Just like Brave Little Toaster and all that
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, did you see that thing? Did you see on the internet? Brave Little Toasters all elite after that Minnesota street fight.
Yeah.
What?
It's a wrestling reference.
Oh,
Don't worry
never
about
mind.
it. Yeah, you
Okay.
don't care.
Don't care.
I'm gonna go Scrooged, Land, and then Oliver.
I'm going to go the exact same thing.
And you guys are correct.
Thank
Yeah,
for the
all right.
win.
Good team.
Let's get a little more technical here.
Man, I could talk about Oliver and Company all night. I actually just rediscovered that. I've been on a huge Billy Joel kick personally for months.
That's cool.
Dude, I've been on a huge Billy Joel kick for years.
He's so
I know
he has
every
so many
word,
deep
every
tracks.
song.
He's so good.
Actually, for my birthday, Allie was like, "What do you want for your birthday?" I went,
Billy Joel.
I said, "Well, Billy Joel has a lifelong contract with Madison Square Garden to play there once a month, and I need to
Are you
see
serious?
him. I need to see him before he dies at
He
Madison
really
Square
does
Garden.
that?
Yeah,
Every month.
once a month. Just started back up in February. Yeah, they're very expensive.
Dog's getting it.
How much? Couple $100?
Yeah,
That
but
ain't
my-
shit
my-
to see Billy Joel.
my short list was Paul McCartney and Billy Joel, and I saw Paul. I need to see Billy.
Mine's like Bob Dylan and Billy Joel. Maybe Elton. Dude, Bob Dylan tickets are too expensive though. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's like
Because you
$800
need an
bucks for
interpreter
decent
to see him.
seats.
You got to pay the guy
Mouse
on the
with
stage.
overbite.
Hey, here comes the story of the hurricane.
All right, I want to hear the tomatometer in that voice.
In the Bob Dylan voice, that's Brent.
Hey there, tomatometer. Hey you.
That's a lyric. I know. You're doing really good.
Tomatometer.
That was very.
What do we think? Critic score. What do we got?
Oh man. Some of this might be coming out of my subconscious because I'm a big fan of this movie. I've definitely pulled up the wiki before and the IMDb and all that. I don't know, probably like a 6.5, 7. I'm gonna say like a 6.7.
Well, out of 100.
Oh, 67. Then.
All right.
Wait, tomatometer?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
67. Yeah.
Stop.
Brent's
Oh,
having
man,
some
why
troubles.
she's being a little fucking
You said
ass.
67?
Yeah, she is grumpy. She's ready to be in bed.
They called the tomatometer thing. Hey, how does it feel? I'm gonna go 55
All right.
by the critic score.
Listen, Brent, you're getting a little offensive over there. It's a little too spot on. All right,
Of what?
watch it.
Of what?
of the Bob Dylan. All right.
So
I was
before
more of a fan of his son.
Oh yeah, fucking what's that
Wallflowers.
band? Yeah. One Headlight Man, banger.
So before I say
couple
the
bangers.
score, I'm going to say this. Nice.
Oh, nice. All right, cool.
Hey,
69.
all right. What did I say? 67.
You said 67.
All right.
Audience
Bop.
score, what do we think?
That's one of those ones that's going to be hard to gauge, man. I feel like some people got it and some people didn't. I'll say
Brent's getting beat up over here.
I'm going to put it at like a 6 even.
Okay. So
Audience
60.
score.
60.
Ah,
60.
that's my armpit, you little bitch.
I know, fucking asshole, man.
The critic score is a 69. Bill Murray has such a fucking weird following. I'm gonna go like a 75.
71.
All right.
So, like, right there. I mean, they're almost exactly the same, 69 to 71.
I liked you more last week, Georgia.
No, she's being a little fucking asshole.
Yeah, dogs are dogs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't stressing on this.
No, she's a puppy.
IMDb, I'm just going to say it because it's fucking right there.
What?
7.
7?
Yeah. As expected, man. I mean, I feel like
I don't know who's watching this film.
me.
Not
100,000
you guys.
times.
You guys are on some rose-tinted glasses.
Maybe. I have been seeing this one since it came out the year I was born. So like, it came out like within a month of me being born. I think.
There you go.
What was the release date?
November
25th of
Literally
1988.
Yeah.
Literally 22 days after I was born. Like,
Came out on a Wednesday.
how do you know that?
Feeling good on a Wednesday because he's
Yeah.
stupid smart.
Anyways, I don't
Got
believe
that Rain Man.
22.
It's half past Wapner.
We got to do that movie.
Never seen it.
Maybe. Really?
You know what? I also think that this movie has a soft spot for me because I love a good revenge story and I love a good redemption story. Like, have you ever seen Purple Rain?
Yeah.
Purple Rain is a really good redemption story.
Yeah.
And it really gets me.
It was
I
a
like
Wednesday.
when a movie, like, I don't really know if I even like the hero or the protagonist.
Sure.
Until the last 5 minutes when it all comes together and like, oh my God, like they're like, and somebody who seems irredeemable is redeemed. Like that's what happens in A Christmas Carol. That's what happens in Purple Rain. Like, I love a story like that.
I'll say my problem with this movie is the fact going in, he's going to be redeemed.
Of course.
Right? So he can do almost anything he wants in this movie, but at the end of the movie,
They
he's
still
going
have
to be
earn
fine.
it, though. They still have to
I
earn
know
it.
he was a dick, but he didn't do like anything like outside of firing Loudermilk. Like it wasn't like he was just a cock.
Yeah, but
He
I
was
mean,
a
that's
shrewd
the point.
businessman.
That's the point, though. Like that I mean,
Ebenezer was worse. They would.
I don't know. I think the argument can be made that like if that's your standard for like not really being a bad person, then again, society at large is the problem. Like,
Well, true.
We should all make.
So he
what does
fires
the guy say?
Milkman, right?
Mankind should have
Let
been my.
go, twat.
Should have been my. I know she's
Good word.
fucking crazy.
Good word, bro. What was that? You get the jelly, twat.
Get the jelly twat. I'm sorry, what?
Whatever he's saying to the guy he took the job from, with the
Oh,
golf
yeah,
ball
yeah.
coming out of his head. He's mankind should have been my fucking whatever.
Yeah, my
like-
life's work.
Yeah, that's what it was. I don't know. I guess maybe the message of A Christmas Carol just resonates really strongly with me. Also something that gets me is when somebody learns a lesson the hard way. Like the movie Into the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
That guy died for, and one of the last things he ever wrote down was happiness only real when shared. And like, that's something that like I never want to forget because that dude died for that lesson. I don't need to I don't want to go through that to have to learn that.
Sure,
lesson.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't want to eat poison berries on a bus either.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, so
Ew.
to me, there are some things that it's like, and that's a true story. And Christmas Carol is not a true story, but it's still like I think the sentiment remains like some things are worth.
You mean to tell me that there's not
learning.
going to be 3 ghosts come visit me?
Do you need 3 ghosts to come visit you?
No, I'm not that bad of a person. I'm actually pretty charitable.
So, I don't know. I like a story where
Post haste.
where somebody learns a lesson the hard way.
Post haste.
So this is very much one of those stories.
But I mean, besides him seeing himself on fire, what does he really
He's learning that
learn? Like
by giving Grace a small raise, he could change so many people's lives. He's learning what his selfishness has done to Eliot.
Eliot,
and that he fucking gave up love, a chance at love, which arguably is like the best thing in the whole universe, for fucking Frisbee the dog.
Well, it wasn't for the dog. It was
for
him.
his whole career.
Yeah,
But still,
sure.
was that worth it? For
Let's be real though.
He's a driven dude. He
She
would've
did
figured something
go,
else out.
hey, we got plans with our friends, and he's basically saying, well, this is the company or the president of my company. What woman's not going to be like, yeah, that's probably more important.
I don't know.
We can reschedule with our friends.
The argument can be made, but it's also like it's Christmas Eve. We had these plans ahead of time. Like I see both of their cases. It depends on what you decide is your priority, and that's the point.
She even said we only see him once a year, these friends. So what kind of friends are they compared to somebody who's, I need to go schmooze
I don't
my
see
fucking
you-
But
present?
also, like, why does this president think he's so important that he can get your attention on Christmas fucking Eve?
Because that's
pretty
the way
true.
the world
You went
works,
fuck
though.
us,
I mean,
well, that's
I don't
the
think
problem.
so.
The
Yeah,
problem
yeah,
is
okay.
with the world. Then
I mean, I agree with that.
That's
But
the
what
whole
I'm
point.
saying is if I'm in that situation, I'm going to say, look, we're going we're gonna have the deal with the president.
You need some ghosts to visit you. It looks like, bro. Like,
Maybe
because
I'm gonna bring my wife with
I'd
me.
Be like,
depends on who the friends are.
I think I'd be like this dude is not this dude just because he's got money. Oh, he's the president, whatever. The point, like, he's not more important than anybody.
No, but
Your friends or
it's
whoever.
about himself, right? So he's being selfish by saying that no,
Bill
it's
Murray?
important to me, right, to take this meeting to advance myself, right?
And also, I mean,
But could she be just as selfish by saying, oh no, it's about me and hanging out with our friends?
No.
Why?
I see what you're saying, but he's had these plans ahead of time. So he made a commitment
Mm-hmm.
to not only the girl who's supposed to be his love. This isn't just some fling. This is
I got
his
you.
love,
I got you. Yeah.
And they're building a life together.
I'm gonna murder that dog.
I know, she's being a real nightmare. And his friends. He made a commitment.
Yeah.
So literally, it's money or love. These are the choices: money or love. Money, career. Maybe not money, but career or love.
Right.
And it's not just love with his girlfriend; it's love with his friends. It's family, it's community. And at Christmas
The
time,
dog is loving the fuck out of being murdered.
and at Christmas time,
Yeah. I mean, I get exactly what you're saying, but
why can't he just go to the president and be like, you know what, I've got plans tonight, but how about next week?
How
I can't wait to
How
have this
about
conversation
Boxing Day,
next week.
dude? We'll go back to work on the 26th.
I can't wait to have this conversation next week. I've got plans Christmas Eve.
Well,
I
I
think
think-
I can't respect that. Do you want to work for that fucking prick anyways? I say fuck no.
well, and I think that's the whole message of the movie too, is him saying like, look, I'm not ever going to. This dog is wanting to be in the conversation. He's basically saying that it's not important enough to me to go and bother my boss. I'm doing exactly what he wants because that's how I'm going to get ahead.
On a sweet spot.
Yeah,
that leg
I'll
going.
do anything to get ahead. I'll sacrifice my friends, my love
Right.
to get ahead for me personally.
Exactly.
And you could say, well, his friends and everybody will understand because he's been working for this stupid fucking dog show, and they should respect that. But still, he's making a choice.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I see what you're saying. It comes from a million different angles.
Yeah, because I could call my friends and say, hey, look, I got this really big deal with the president of my company who just said, hey, let's go out to dinner. It means a lot to me. Can we just push back or maybe
He should've-
reschedule or
maybe
something?
he should have at least gone one time to the boss and been like, "Nah, I still think I'd be like, fuck you, I'm not working on Christmas Eve. Like, I already had to play this
Well,
fucking dog for
Well,
him."
most
wasn't-
people do work on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. My wife.
You know what? And I'm about to start a new job, and it's
Yeah.
like weekends,
Yeah.
holidays.
Where are you working?
I'm getting like a help desk job.
Oh,
like
boy.
like a emergency IT job for
Oh, shit. All right,
for a
cool.
while.
You
Yeah,
working at home?
all remote work. So I mean, that's as much work as it is. But yeah, so like I might be faced with that this holiday season, and like yeah. So we'll see. But and I would expect my friends to understand because it's like, look, I have made a big career shift recently. This is a big bold move for me. Like I hope my friends would understand. So I don't.
Well, and
know.
that's the thing too. If you could be, I'll say Bill Murray, his character goes about it wrong by basically saying, no, we're doing this.
Yeah,
Right?
He certainly handles it really poorly with what's her, and she's really understanding. She's like,
Right.
come on, Lumpy, it's Christmas.
Exactly. Right.
And
so
he's like, it's my way or the fucking highway.
yeah. So does he handle it the best he could? No.
No.
So it's his. If he would have said, well, can we just maybe call them and say, can we go a little later or something like that?
Yeah.
This is really important to me. Maybe
Yeah.
it would have been different. But
Yeah.
I think that's the thing is he's so selfish. He's going, no, this is what we're fucking doing.
Yeah. This is what I'm doing.
Right,
You go do
okay.
whatever you're gonna do. Like he's
Right.
He's willing. He's cutting off her. He's cutting off everything at that point for his career. Which
Right. No,
which
you're
is,
right.
Which it's fair for that to be important to you for sure. You're gonna be doing that for the rest of your life, and it's important to invest in yourself. I don't know. That's kind of a tough one. That's
Yeah.
a tough one.
It definitely is.
That
Because,
one's not as clear cut as like give Grace a raise.
right.
Listen to the other people in the boardroom. Like, don't fire people because they give you constructive criticism.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Show up for your brother.
Yeah.
That one was bad. Yeah, I guess you're right. That one's fuck.
What? Oh, yeah. Let's not do that. Puppies, man. They get into everything. Well, it's teething too, right? So, like, they want to chew everything. Yeah. And I could see how that looks tantalizing. Tantalizing.
I'm tantalized.
I'm always tantalized.
Well, what's your opinion on this one? On that moment with the whole he's supposed to be showing up, or what's her name? His girlfriend.
Karen Allen? Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, oh, we've been planning this thing with our friends for months. Oh, the Frisbee the dog show.
I think it could go either way.
Yeah.
Some people are married to their careers, man. People love work, and people love.
And she did know how hard he was working on his career,
but at the same time, dude, you have to have a work-life balance, and that's a real thing. And this fucking bitch. So I'm like kind of in the middle, but like I see both sides.
That's what I'm saying.
But fast forward 15 years, and you see the dick he's turned into.
Right.
Maybe he should have went and had some mulled wine and played some board games with his friends.
He should have just chilled out just a little. Like to me, it's like your career would have worked out. If that's what was meant for you, it would have worked out. You made a commitment to your friends. You should have been there. You could have talked to the dude and said, hey, place boundaries somewhere. You put boundaries on your friends rather than your career. You chose to put the boundaries on your...
Well, they show the party that he goes to, right? And he is working through the party, and even the president goes, what are you doing? Have fun. Come, let's party, whatnot. And that girl basically says, let's go get some Chinese food. Like, she wanted the D. And he was just like, nah, I'm good. And then he's there going, no, what are you doing?
That also reminds me of the end during his little thing where he's like, oh, look, it's a federal law, blah, 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 blah.
It's not actually a state thing.
He tongue kisses that, like, dancer, and then it's like, oh, yeah, by the way, Grace, love ya.
Yeah, that was a little
Grace,
weird. Yeah. I have it here.
Grace was his assistant.
Claire.
I think Claire's just happy to see him fucking cutting loose for once.
Maybe, it took the stick out of his butthole.
I think she's just like, this is the man that I've met him a couple times in our relationship, in all our years together. This is the man I love. I don't
let him let him be wild and free for a second.
And good for her for waiting 15 fucking years.
I mean, she wasn't waiting for him. I think she was just doing her thing. She was just living her life, man. She
was doing what she had to do, and just because maybe she was holding on to him for the whole, the longest time, that that's what she was waiting for. But that doesn't mean she wasn't dating other people or doing, living her life or whatever.
I'm sure she didn't sit in a dark room.
Yeah.
She was working.
She was just
as a volunteer doing her thing.
Yeah, just being a fucking impossibly good person.
Possibly good.
Scrape him off, Claire. You want to save someone? Save yourself.
Save yourself. So, who was your favorite character of this movie?
Oh, it's Eliot Loudermilk.
Elliot's great.
Bobcat
Goldthwait by far.
I don't think you know who you're dealing with.
It's funny because like nobody can do his voice that good.
Yeah, nobody can.
And
except for Charlie Day, maybe.
Do you think that's his real voice?
No, it's not. It's been proven.
Okay.
No, he just knows he fucking nails that weird sound.
I mean, he definitely does.
I think he's dead too.
No, he made a movie called...
I think the Bobcat died.
No, he made a movie called God Bless America not that long ago, which is apparently... Well, I guess it was like 10 years ago now. Which is apparently amazing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard so many good things from like other movie nerd people.
Gotcha.
Oh, he's a lot younger than I think you thought he was.
Was he like 48?
No, Jesus Christ. He's not even 60 yet, though.
No shit.
55.
59.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I mean, he has been around
right
for a long time, yeah.
You know you're dealing with.
Right. I'll say my favorite character was the Ghost of Christmas Past, the taxi driver.
Yeah.
I feel like out of all the ghosts, he's definitely in it the most.
And he's just the most fun.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
the Grim Reaper doesn't really do anything. And
God Bless America was 2011.
Wow.
10 years.
And he's just the most over the top character, and he should be.
He's great.
There's no part of his acting where like
that was the Little House on the Prairie.
Right.
He's so mad at him because his whole fucking life is movies,
And then he starts crying. He's like, "Look, Niagara Falls!" Like that was fucking funny.
Yeah, he was really good. Honestly, I don't know. I thought the performances in general in this movie were really good. Grace did a really good job.
There's only one, and that's going to be my least favorite character.
Christmas present. You hated her, didn't you? Somehow I knew that about you.
And she's been in some other stuff, and everything that she's in, she plays the same
Kimmy
annoying,
Schmidt.
Whatever character. And I just can't stand the way she talks. And it's nothing against her as a person. It's just I don't want to hear her talk. You know what I mean? So her being in this movie, I just went, oh, God damn it. Right? And then what does she do in this movie that's, I don't know, entertaining? Nothing. She's just hitting the shit out of Bill Murray.
Yeah, I don't really get the physical comedy of this where she's like beating him up with a toaster and stuff. I don't really get. I don't know. I read something where the writers were really disappointed with this movie.
I get it.
Because they were like, we wrote a masterpiece.
Sure.
We wrote like the best Christmas story ever made, and this is what came out.
Mm.
You know, which I do get that, and I certainly think I have rose-tinted glasses, and I've spent a lot of time thinking about this movie, and I think I have an idea in my head of what this movie is that is greater than what the actual product is.
That makes sense.
You know,
I get what you're saying. You're seeing through the movie, and you're going, I know what this could have been. I know what I would have done.
I could write an essay about the movie, and the essay I can write would be better than the movie itself, for sure. But
well, as long as you're aware.
I mean, I have, you know, that's why it's my favorite Christmas movies, because what it makes me think about, not necessarily what it is.
Okay, so the message of what the movie is makes you, the feeling you get watching the movie is why you like the movie.
It's ultimately just a Christmas Carol. It's fucking a timeless, super good story, and this is the version of it that resonated with me. You know,
I like that.
That's I guess what I love so much about this movie.
I mean, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You picking up what I'm putting down?
Yeah, no, I like it. So, who would you say is your least favorite character? Because obviously we know mine. It's gonna be the same. Come on.
Mine's Bill Murray, by the way. My favorite character is Frank Cross.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said it was what Brent said.
Bobcat.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I was just agreeing that I like
okay,
Bobcat
my
a
bad.
lot.
Okay.
But Frank Cross is my favorite.
For me, I think my least favorite character is fuck. It might be Bill Murray.
Yeah, I mean that's totally.
But you're supposed to hate him, right?
You're supposed to hate him until you see the arc. Yeah, sure.
And even then, you could still hate him. You could be like, they didn't earn that. You know, I could certainly see hating him.
Either that or the Bryce Cummings or whatever that guy's name was.
I can't fucking stand Bryce.
But that's another thing. You're supposed to hate him too. Like
right.
When they're zoomed in on his mouth and he's talking,
oh God, there's there's your 80s teeth again. By the way,
those perfect 80s teeth.
Yeah, there's 80s 90s teeth where nobody had caps. They were just all right. These are teeth.
I just feel like I'm not watching real people when everything's perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like every Marvel movie.
That's what I'm saying. So like you have a movie where you're supposed to be watching every man or
John
whatever.
Every guy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he's got the perfect set of pearly
exactly
whites,
right. And you're like, I get that. You know, a lot of people go and do that nowadays too. But still, I'm not.
Yeah.
I want to see that imperfectness and whatnot. And
heard that.
Yeah.
Watch British television.
I guess you're right. I should do that.
I don't even mean that as a joke.
Like, no.
It's just something they value less in that country, you know, as opposed to America.
Well, vanity is the biggest thing in America. Let's be real.
That is what we are about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fucking can't stand it.
Can't stand it. Yeah.
She's so tired. She just doesn't know what to do with herself.
She is so tired.
So who was your favorite or your least favorite character?
Bryce.
Okay.
They should have cut the whole subplot out of the movie.
Yeah, and it would have saved time
for me.
It would have saved 10 minutes easily.
The dinner scene, although I love the fall of Bill Murray's at the end. I know that was an actual fall, which is kind of cool. That whole scene could be cut out. It's just a waste of time. Everything with Bryce. Well,
to be perfectly fair, like why was he hallucinating?
Right.
What the fuck? Yes. I don't know.
He's not the ghosts
haven't shown up yet.
Right.
I feel like they cut something.
Possibly.
I feel like they cut something from the movie that you were supposed to see. And the guy's arm's on fire from the baked Alaska. It's okay. They'll get it. And we didn't get it.
No.
Yeah.
Because I was like, why is he seeing the eyeball in the glass? And then even the way the waiter, like, oh, I'm sorry, like he saw it.
But it was just a glass of ice.
Right.
I don't
so,
fucking know.
I mean, he did bring him the raw drink. He asked for a highball, and I brought him an eyeball.
The dinner scene, cut that whole motherfucker out.
Yeah, because you're not really losing anything if you take it away. That's what the dog wanted.
I seriously think she just wants to be in the dark. She's just done with light. She's done with people. She's just fucking done. She's been very busy all day.
Where'd you take her?
Started at like 10. I've just been on the road doing stuff, man. I got some work on my car. I just had a bunch of shit to do today. We went back to the house like twice, got little naps, and kept rolling, man. She's just been busy.
I mean, that's cool.
Poor little baby. And then I'm gonna get her home for bedtime, and she's gonna be up all fucking night as per usual.
That's why you put her in a crate.
Yeah,
you got to cry it out. It's too late now.
No, it ain't. Shut up.
You're approaching too lateness.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Favorite part or scene? I know yours.
Yeah, the ending. The end is just
Mine is when Bobcat shows up with the shotgun. That's a good. Now that is something that they added to the goddamn Christmas Carol that ruled.
Hell yeah.
Bob Cratchit came back and said, not today.
Wabbit.
I'm going to take you out. Yeah, no, it was funny. I liked when he was in the actual office and he takes the phone call and everything. That's funny.
Yeah.
But as far as like, if I had to pick something, I don't even know. Like, yeah, I like the ending. I like the message of it and everything. I just feels like he's going on too long and it just wouldn't work in real life, him just saying that, and people wouldn't get the messages. Be like, next.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So,
people would be like, I'm not going to indulge this guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I get that it's a movie. I get that it's whatever. And the fact that it kind of just wraps up at the end.
Right.
Like it just, movie's over.
Oh, now we're all going to have a little musical number. And then
right.
The
And
over.
that musical number was like 5 seconds long, too. Like it wasn't even anything. It would have been.
It almost felt like an epilogue. The whole thing of him like, oh, I've repented. I'm a good man now. Felt like the epilogue when really it should have felt like the whole third act.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It needed. Yeah.
Or at least like a little bit more of the third act, like half of the
I
third
wanted
act
to see
somehow.
like the days coming at where him and Claire are running around, maybe
It needed an actual epilogue.
being like charitable or buying gooses for people.
Like you have the credits rolling and you have a
Right.
separate screen showing
Right.
what they're doing and
or
whatnot.
maybe
That would
starting
be cool.
a family and being happy or
Still have put
And
a
they
little
name
love
their
in your
kid
heart
Tim,
going,
you know,
and
right.
then like yeah. I love all that. Yeah.
That would have made it better.
And it's like
sure.
Frank Cross truly did like keep going. He really did see the error of his ways and like continue, being a good person. All these charitable donations, he used his money to do this. IBC became publicly funded. And
Right.
Fucking Sesame Street and shit. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
Love Sesame Street.
Sesame Street is owned by HBO now, unless I'm mistaken.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's not a publicly funded fucking educational thing anymore. It's for profit. It is fucking. Yep. Welcome to the capitalist hellscape we live in.
They're still running it the same though.
Man, it's gonna.
I mean, they're making money
It is
off
going
it,
to
but
exist. It is going to change. Oh man, have you ever heard of a show called a YouTube series called "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared"?
No, but it sounds terrifying.
Okay, it is. It is a super weird art piece.
Okay.
This is for our listeners too. It is a super weird art piece.
I'd hope it'd be for the people listening, because what are we doing here?
Sometimes I feel like I forget that we're actually like recording, and I just, especially
We're
last
just talking.
Week,
Yeah.
Last week, I feel like we like all did that. We were like, "Oh shit, we're live." Maybe it was just me. Anyways, okay, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. It's
Trying to
pretty
even
much
remember what movie we did last week.
exactly. Okay, so Grandma's Boy. And
Oh,
we got
shit, yeah.
way the fuck off.
Yeah,
track.
you're right. You're right.
We were talking about video games for like a solid like hour.
Mm-hmm. I mean, let's go. You want to talk about video games? Like,
no. Fucking, what was I just saying?
Don't hug me, I'm scared.
Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Okay, so it is about basically the idea that like something can be like for children,
Okay.
but it's a super weird art piece. Like, do not go into it thinking the message is like easy to process. I had to watch like a bunch of videos afterwards to like get what it was. But it's basically about like how like a show can be like for children, but like how capitalism will like pervert that message.
Oh yeah.
And turn it into like a toy commercial or like it will make it a gross version of itself when it could just be pure like Sesame Street used to be. And like now I see it becoming not that I've watched it, but like I certainly I just don't trust. Once you inject profit into something, it becomes perverse. It will.
I agree with you.
It will become.
They're going to use it to market it to sell their agenda.
I mean, but man, PBS back in the day was like the best.
And it was publicly
Reading
funded. That's the whole
Rainbow.
point, man.
It was
Take a
that lamb chop.
In a book.
Where in the world's Carmen San Diego?
I'm not going to go too far down that road, but I'm just
Mr.
going to say,
Rogers.
man, like that shit was
Mr. Rogers.
wholesome and pure and amazing.
Would
and
you be
now
my neighbor?
I just don't trust. I just don't trust that it's owned privately for profit. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Check it out.
I'm with you. Yeah. And you're right, because
And if you're going to watch it, you have to watch the whole series. If you just watch one episode, you're going to be like, wow, that was weird. Turn it off. You got to watch the whole series because it's just a.
I got you.
It's
confides on top of
it's
it.
all one big message, man. Just watch it. Moving on.
With that, would we recommend Scrooge to our mothers?
I feel like my mom's seen it and she doesn't need to see it again.
Who hasn't probably seen this
Right.
movie besides me and you
Right.
for whatever reason?
My mom was 25 years old when this movie came out. They might have had a date night and went and saw it. Who the fuck knows?
That's a weird sell. Like, this movie is a weird sell.
Right.
Who are you marketing this movie to?
Mother.
Hey,
It's Monday night.
yeah, what you got?
How was your trip? How was your trip?
It was good. Real nice.
Oh,
What
good.
you got? Just get it over with. I'm fucking busy.
You ran into your best friend from high school on your vacation?
Yep. And she
That's
lives in
awesome.
North Carolina.
What a weird coincidence.
North
Wow.
Carolina.
Dad went in the bathroom, so I started scrolling through Facebook, and I stood over seeing pictures of her and her husband, and the pictures looked like where we were.
Oh, wow.
I texted her. I said, "Are you?" And she said, "Yep." I said, "Oh my gosh, stay where you're at. I'm here too."
So weird. That is a Christmas miracle.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that's super weird. All right,
It's a
Mom.
Christmas miracle.
The movie this week is one I know you've seen because you introduced me to it. It's my favorite Christmas movie of all time.
A Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, Mom.
No, you don't even know me.
Scrooged.
Oh, Scrooged. Yeah, with Bill Murray.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah. I
The
love
quick
that
quick mom review.
I love it. It's better than the original. I think it's the best one out there.
Heck yeah, best Christmas
Wow.
carol ever, right?
Wow.
Yep, I still watch it every year.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
me too. All right.
So don't listen to this podcast then.
It wouldn't have been as good, but Bill Murray did it.
Right. All right. I'm with you, Mom. It's my favorite Christmas movie of all to this day. Thank you, Mom.
All right, love you.
I love you too. Bye.
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 You got any fun facts over there?
I didn't say if I'd recommend it to my mother.
I thought you did. My bad.
I did not. I guess.
I feel like Davey would hate this movie for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's a like we were saying, it's a weird sell. Who is this movie made for? Not kids, not all adults, not teenagers.
Why not all adults?
Because it's like
It's a Christmas movie. I mean, who's fucking Jingle All the Way made for? I guess kids.
Children. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
All
son.
right. Well, okay. How about It's a Wonderful Life?
I mean, that's an adult movie for sure, but that's a so different time era where they were just making movies.
It's not
It
at
wasn't-
my house. It's at Jim's house.
Right. Jimmy Stewart.
I mean, taken up to Mulholland.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Why does my Jimmy Stewart sound like Jimmy Stewart trying to do Bane?
Yeah.
I mean, I was only you only adopted the dog. I was born in it.
I'm gonna lasso the mole.
That's
Did
good.
it, Charlie? What?
What?
They're expecting one.
The fun facts of the fucking week.
Like how this dog falls asleep right at the end of the show.
Fucking dog.
Right, perfectly.
Well, shoot. Now I want to take her home.
Yeah.
I know she's the best sometimes, man. And then I'm gonna put her in the car. And she's gonna act like a little bee.
I'm gonna eat
Fun
everything.
facts,
Dude,
of the
as soon as I put
fucking
Trudy
week.
in her car seat, she's asleep in 3 minutes.
That's
It's-
perfect
and
because she knows.
And she will sleep the entirety of wherever the hell we go.
Did
That's
you
awesome.
say when you put Trudy in her car seat?
Yeah, she's got a car seat, bro.
What?
It's like
send me a link to this thing on Amazon.
Dude, well, I mean,
Your dog will
car
be way
seat.
too big in a week to fit in it.
That's
yeah,
true.
you
She's-
need to get that thing that you throw across the back seat that goes to all 4 of the headrests.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
dog's gonna be
Did you
huge.
see? Did you see how big she's grown from last week?
Dude, it's insane.
Yeah.
I took her to the vet today. 30% larger. She's 30% larger this week than last.
So she'll be
That is
30% larger
fucking
next week.
Nuts, dude.
Dude, that dog's gonna be the size of this couch.
Fucking yeah.
I can't wait
And
for
her
it.
paws are still like oversized for her, man. She's gonna keep on getting it, man.
Mm-hmm.
What a good girl.
So speaking of fun facts,
Fun facts of the month.
Of the fucking week.
Bill Murray and director Richard Donner reportedly did not enjoy working together,
Oh.
creating a lot of tension on set.
I feel like Bill Murray's probably difficult to work with because he doesn't actually like being an actor.
Yeah.
He's like not that interested.
Is that a fact?
I don't know. Is
He's
that-
been notoriously a bad person to work with.
No
Every
shit.
single director or writer or whatnot, everybody's like, don't work with this
I'm
guy.
not
He's a
working with
fucking
this asshole.
Right.
He like gets along with like Sofia Coppola, Wes Anderson. Like that might be it. Like he doesn't like
Probably.
many people.
Who made Zombieland? 'Cause he's in that very quick, and it was fucking hilarious.
He was like, I only want to show up for one day, and I don't want to meet the director. Like,
Right,
that's
yeah.
Probably how it went.
This is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You can film it if you want.
Yeah, exactly.
When asked by film critic Roger Ebert if he had any disagreements with Donner, Murray replied, "Only a few, every single minute of the day." That could have been a really, really great movie. The script was so good. There's maybe one take in the final cut of the movie that is mine. We made it so fast, it was like doing a movie live. He kept telling me to do things louder, louder, louder. I think he was deaf.
Maybe that's why Bill Murray's performance seems so over the top.
Right, because
Wait,
he's
that was
just
a
like
choice
pissed
by
off.
Richard
Yeah.
Donner.
Right.
Well, that was a poor choice.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay. Until the very end. He should have
Yeah.
saved all that energy for the last 5 minutes.
I agree with you.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Filming began in December 1987. With Christmas approaching, director Richard Donner asked if the production could have Christmas Day off, but Paramount Pictures executives refused, insisting that filming should continue on Christmas Day. However, Donner outwitted them. At the end of the day, on December 24th, 1987, he officially fired the entire cast and crew. 2 days later, on December 26th, he officially rehired everyone. The break allowed the cast and crew members to spend Christmas with their families.
Goddamn right.
You literally are filming A Christmas Carol.
You're right. It's about it. And they go, no, we're working on Christmas.
How fucking hard-headed could those executives have been?
I think
Extremely.
they needed to
Apparently.
watch the movie.
This is the point of the movie.
Right?
Mhm.
You know, like...
They made the
Jesus.
movie for us.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
When the ghost of Christmas
yeah.
Present grabbed Bill Murray's lip, she tore it so badly that filming was halted for several days.
Wow.
So you know that
Jesus.
like thing that you pull
Right
in the
there,
middle?
right in the middle.
Apparently that like got almost tore
Hey, you don't need it.
until it pulls off and you're like, my lip.
I don't know how to do this now.
This is what you alluded to earlier. Bill Murray falling on his way out of the restaurant was unscripted and a genuine accident, as evidenced by the reaction of the actors playing the waiter and other people in the restaurant. Also, Murray's feet as he falls just kind of go out from him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was due to the stairs being wet. After
when they
splashing
splashed,
the
yeah.
waiter with the water, that caused him to lose his footing.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Well, dress shoes are nothing anyway. So
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
exactly.
literally like smooth on the bottom sometimes.
Smooth operator.
All of Bill Murray's acting brothers, John Murray, Joel Murray, and Brian Doyle Murray, agreed to appear in this movie. John's the only one that played his on-screen brother.
Yeah.
Joel plays one of the guests at John's party, while Brian plays Bill's on-screen father.
I didn't know where Joel was. I knew Brian. Brian's
Yeah.
been in a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
Well, go get a job and buy a choo-choo.
This was Bill Murray's first starring role since Ghostbusters in 1984. He had been living in Paris and had seriously considered giving up acting altogether.
Could you imagine? I'm going to take 3 years off. I'm going to move to Paris.
Right?
What the
I
fuck?
mean, he made Ghostbusters. That movie made $1 bajillion. Like, he literally could have just been done.
But here's the thing, right? Like, you're in that situation. You're not thinking the way we're thinking, right? You're not like, oh, man, I made all this money or blah, blah, blah. Money's nothing to them at this point. You're just trying to be happy. And if
That's
you're
what
not
I'm saying.
happy,
Then don't do it.
exactly.
I mean, you could adopt that mindset right now in this exact moment, too. Though.
Sure.
Just saying.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, we can't sit here and be like, well, I just made.
George is on some like Napoleon Hill shit lately. He's just all
Yeah.
Think and Grow Rich and chilling and PMA and all this good stuff.
I don't know what most of those acronyms are.
Okay.
But, yeah, man, just choose to be happy and, like, all the rest will work itself out, man.
I saw this meme, or it wasn't a meme. It was literally somebody saying, I work with elderly people, and what's the top 4 things that everybody says on their deathbed?
They wish they worked less.
Work less, knew that happiness came from yourself, spending time with people you want to be around, and making no excuses for yourself.
Wow. Hey, you know what? That is great for this episode, is those 4 lessons. Because what did I
think so.
say? I don't want to have to die for lessons, man. I don't want to
Yeah.
have to learn lessons the hard
Right.
way. And those people learned, those are the 4 things people learned in their lives the hard way, man.
Exactly. Like, the biggest thing to me is don't
wait until it's too late. Do it right now. Make
Exactly.
those choices today, right now, in this exact moment, man.
Exactly. If you got people you haven't seen in a while that you want to see or you want to talk to, but you're like so afraid to like, oh man, I don't know how
Just
they're
call
gonna
'em.
feel if I call them and they haven't talked to me. Just fucking call them.
Right.
You're
know what I
literally
mean?
quoting the end fucking monologue.
Oh,
He
well,
says
look at
at
that.
the
Pretty
end.
much.
Well, and what that's the thing, and I mean, all with the Christmas movie and Christmas spirit and whatever. It doesn't have to be Christmas time to think like this. It shouldn't
You can
be.
do it you can literally make that choice and live this way for the rest of your life. And I love
Yeah.
when he says you're going to want more of it and you're going to get greedy for it
Mhm.
because that shit is true, man.
Yeah. And
The dopamine will fucking the feedback loop of being positive and being around other positive people and encouraging
Sure.
your friends to be that way. The feedback loop will be the same as the negative feedback loop
Exactly.
that we always fall into. You can do the same thing with positivity
Mhm.
and live that way for the rest of your life if you choose to.
right, and that's like with people going, well, I'm not going to call this person because they haven't called me,
Well,
or
you're-
blah 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 blah. You're doing it to yourself because they're
perpetuating the
probably
cycle.
saying the same thing too, or even, oh shit, I completely forgot about I was supposed to call this person, I didn't call them. So now you're the other person sitting there going, they didn't call me. Fuck that person. I'm not talking to him.
You're perpetuating the cycle.
Exactly.
And you could break it at any point. Just be the bigger person and be like, what's up, dude?
Exactly.
And you know what? All they're going to say is, I've been thinking about you too, dude.
Yep. Or
And-
oh fuck, I thought I called you back, or I thought I texted you back, but I
Yeah.
completely forgot
and you
about
could-
it.
And yeah, and that's all it is, man.
Exactly.
It's that easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick up the phone.
Pick it up.
Call your mothers, people. I
Call
do it
your
every
mother.
week.
I call my mom every day.
Good job.
Good job.
Yeah, good fucking job. Go me.
Jack McGee's ad-lib line. Jack McGee ad-libbed his line. You can hardly see them nipples.
Hey, you can only see them nipples.
And these guys are really
So
looking.
Jack McGee
Yeah.
I actually met him at a wedding.
That's
What?
all right. Random as fuck.
He is Jane Wilson.
Yeah.
That is her husband's uncle.
All right.
Yeah.
That's so random.
Yeah. And he was the coolest fucking dude. He's so funny.
Did he go, hey, you can hardly see them nipples? That's got to be his line.
God damn it. I wish I had seen this movie before I met him at their wedding, because I would have been like, Selfie, I need could you say the nipple line?
What else is he in?
Were you like
he was on he was on a syndicated like cop show for years in the early
Dragnet or something.
in the early 2000s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
That's
yeah,
random then if he was in this movie.
fucking Jack McGee. He's so nice.
The lead,
The light bulb just went off because I was like, why does that guy look familiar? Oh yeah, I drank with him.
perfect.
Can hardly see them nipples. And he's like, yeah, and they're both really looking.
Yeah.
These guys are really looking. I love that line because he's not wrong. His eyes are fucking on them nipples. Speaking of weird people at weddings,
Let's hear it.
I did a wedding and Rick Santorum was there.
Who's that?
Fucking senator from somewhere or some shit. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like he was really politically active a couple years ago with some controversial shit, and I was really mad at him, and now I forget all about him. There's other people to be
It's funny
mad
how that happens, right?
Yeah.
You hate somebody for a while because you're like, I don't like this guy. And then
Politician, attorney, and political commentator. A member of the Republican Party, served as a United States Senator from Pennsylvania from 95 to 2007.
well, all righty then.
That's him. Yeah. He had his moment in the sun. He probably passed something really controversial when I was in high school and really politically angry. And now I care a lot less.
Okay.
I'm like, everything's fucked.
Everything's fucked. You're right.
We're
Right.
completely fucked.
But this is not a political podcast. It is a movie podcast where we're supposed to be funny and have a good time. So let's not think about that.
Yeah, let's talk about the wholesomeness that is Scrooged.
The leader of the street musicians insulted by Bill Murray is none other than Paul Schaefer. The others are Miles Davis, David Sanborn, and Larry Carlton.
Really?
Yeah.
I
thought like
I
when he
only know
did
who
that,
Miles Davis is. Who are the rest?
Paul Schaefer is a very good musician who's made a lot of songs that
I feel
you
like
probably
he's been
went,
on
oh.
The Simpsons and stuff. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
He always wears glasses and he has a bald head.
Said, what'd you learn that song yesterday?
I didn't notice or recognize them, but when he made that, I went, those guys got to be famous
Right, of course.
just because of the joke. And yes, they are.
Okay.
When Frank throws water on the waiter he sees burning, he says, I'm sorry, I thought you were Richard Pryor. This is a reference to an event in Pryor's life when, while freebasing cocaine, accidentally set himself on fire and ran down a busy street in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Again, another one of those
I had to look
things.
that reference up, but yeah.
Yeah, I was like, why would he say that? There had to have been something. And then you're like, oh, shit.
Oh, you didn't get the Richard Pryor? Yeah. That was
Yeah.
that. I kind of popped for that.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had something in this movie.
It was
Could have cut out the whole dinner scene still.
still.
Yeah, you're right.
Could have cut out Bryce Cummings' whole fucking character.
They probably kept it in because they probably spent a while making that scene, getting that guy on fire and doing all this. And they're like, well, we fucking paid all this money.
I don't know why it didn't get cut at the fucking screenwriting fucking phase. Why did the screenwriters who thought they were a masterpiece decide this fucking... I don't get at what point he became a character.
I don't know.
I don't.
You'd have to ask them.
I don't get his character. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love to. Inviting you. If you listen to this...
If you listen to the one fucking podcast on Scrooged and you're like, man, fuck these guys. Come on.
Come on, man.
Right.
I want to talk to you. You wrote my favorite Christmas movie of all time, but I've got questions.
I've got several.
Yeah.
On the Frisbee show, when Frank is in the dog suit, there is a tree on the set with a heart engraving saying, Dick loves Lauren.
Yeah.
That is referring to Richard Donner and his wife, producer Lauren Schuler Donner.
Oh.
I thought that was kind of
that
sweet,
is
and I wanted to
sweet.
include that because they clearly pan on that,
Yeah.
right? And I was like,
I've never noticed it until this viewing a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh, shit, what the fuck does that mean?
right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Very intentional.
Bill Murray ad-libbed most of his lines. In a 1988 interview with Philadelphia Daily News, Richard Donner discussed Murray's penchant for improvisation and described the experience of directing Murray as follows. It's like standing on 42nd Street and Broadway and the lights are out and you're the traffic cop.
I don't really get what that means, but okay.
That means there's shit going everywhere and you got to figure out what to do.
Bill Murray's just all over the place with his improv, huh?
Pretty much.
Okay.
According to Bill Murray, a lot of the footage ended up on the cutting room floor. We shot a big, long, sloppy movie, so there's a great deal of material that didn't even end up in the film, Murray told Starlog.
He said we made a big sloppy movie.
Sloppy movie.
You know what? I will say that it feels kind of sloppy at
Right.
a lot of points. Sure.
So he also went on to say, it just didn't work. You tend to forget what's wrong. It's hard. I just figured that anyone who's good could step into this part and have a lot of fun with it. It's sort of a wicked character. The idea of making a funny Scrooge was an inspired touch. That's what was appealing to me about it. Which I get. And it could have been, I think, a lot better of a movie. It's just drawn out. Certain places is boring. There's a lot that just drags for me.
Okay.
Doesn't mean I didn't like the movie. I just thought it could have been better.
I agree. Man.
I don't disagree.
But I mean, I think I don't know. It was kind of cool that it is you and your mom's favorite version of the Christmas Carol.
Well, let's be real. Which version would you like better?
There's that Jim Carrey animated one. Absolutely fucking not.
No, that one's terrifying. Actually,
what is that?
What is what?
What is that?
It's called A Christmas Carol.
It's like
an
it's
animated
like,
one.
It's
from
like all
a couple years
CGI
ago.
and 3D, or not 3D, but
and then there's like a bunch of old ones. They made like a bunch of versions of it back in the
Okay.
day. There's one
that.
really popular black and white one that I have never seen.
Did The Simpsons do one too? They had to have.
I'm sure they've done it on TV a bunch of times, but my favorite is the Muppet one. With,
Yeah.
Of course.
with Michael Caine.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna pick that. Honestly, I don't know
I've
why.
never actually seen that. I'm
Really?
not a big Muppets guy.
So fucking
Not a big
funny.
Muppets guy, man. You know what though? Did you guys ever watch the Muppets fucking sitcom that was like The Office?
No,
It was good,
It's fucking so good.
but people like,
it's so clever.
yeah,
It
people.
was ahead of its time.
That's what I'm saying. People are like, "What is this?" And
It was
it's not for me because it's too good.
It
You
was
know what I mean?
so good.
Yeah,
It was.
I really
so
liked
clever.
it. I really liked it.
It
Well,
lasted
now
like a season or two.
now I'll watch
and-
it.
It's
yeah.
on Disney. It's either on Peacock or Disney Plus or something like that. But you can watch it, and it's fucking good.
It's
dude.
fucking super good.
Yeah.
I was catching it weekly. Hulu. I don't know if
Yeah,
they
yeah.
still do it, but like the day after something comes out, it would show up on Hulu.
Yep.
That's how I was watching. I was
Shit,
current
it might
with
even
man.
be still on Hulu. Yeah.
Yeah, I was current with it, man. That show's good for the season or two it was around.
Yeah, I went back and watched some of the older episodes of the Muppet Show, which are on Disney Plus. I watched the one with Mark Hamill.
Luke
Hamill. Look, I got them together.
Mark Skywalker.
Oh, what a good name. This is Mark Skywalker.
That's his
Old Sky Luke Walker over
yeah,
there.
that's his ugly
Anyways, no,
brother.
I watched that one, and that was really good because he was into it. Like, he was like so enthusiastic about being on the
I feel like he
Muppet
always
Show.
is. He's always he gives his all to everything he does.
But this
I
was
think.
back in like the 70s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was kind of cool. And there's some other good episodes with some very famous people on there that's definitely worth checking out just to see the differences of how, shows are made today versus back then or what was in and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I watched it with my wife and she enjoyed it too. She was actually like, "Oh, let's fucking watch it." I'm like, all right. And
I remember
enjoyed it.
I didn't like Muppet Treasure Island much when I was a kid.
It's actually better than you think it is.
Maybe I'll give it another shot. And I never saw Muppet Christmas Carol. I just wasn't super into the Muppets.
Watch a Muppet Christmas Carol because it's really, really well done. It's Michael Caine.
I like Michael.
Michael
and,
Caine.
and it's a straight musical, pretty much.
Size of attention.
And you love musicals.
You
I
love
them.
musicals.
I love them.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
That was pretty good.
That
That was actually really good.
Yeah.
Thank you. But yeah, Michael Caine sings in it, and I can quote the whole movie.
I'm gonna work on my Batman so we can fucking have a conversation.
I can be Alfred.
Where is he?
I don't have throat cancer.
Oh, that's who the real Bruce Wayne is. Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
I ate too much vagina.
I ate too much vagina. Is that
That's what he said. That's what he blamed his cancer on. Eating Catherine Zeta-Jones's chooch.
That's hilarious.
Catherine Zeta-Jones. All right. What's
All right,
next?
so what are we giving this final decision?
5.5.
Okay.
And I think I'm being I'm thinking I'm not trying to be like an overly dick about it because I feel like inside I want to go lower, but it's really not as bad as I think it
Would
is.
you give it a 5.5?
It's 5.5.
Okay.
I'll let you go last, but yeah, sorry.
I gotta be consistent. It's not terrible, but it's
Yeah.
So I've said what I said earlier, but to rehash, I wanted to like this movie more than I did. I like Bill Murray. I like everything about this movie, but as a whole, it just felt flat and like uninspired.
I feel you. Yeah.
Like it was, and I think reading all these fun facts and whatnot, I feel like it's because they had so much that they filmed, and Bill Murray was everywhere doing whatever he could do, and they had such a great script, but he was improvising so much that they just didn't know or didn't have the best takes to put together to make it.
I think Richard Donner and Bill Murray maybe have a hard time working together.
Probably.
Like they said they did, but I mean specifically like the chemistry isn't there for them. The filmmaking chemistry.
And I feel like you could feel it.
Yeah.
When you watch it.
Yeah.
I feel like you're like, ugh.
Like I feel like you get Harold Ramis or Ivan Reitman or somebody else with Bill Murray.
Man, if you put Ivan Reitman in the director's chair of this movie and remade it today, even though I think Ivan Reitman's dead.
No, he's not, actually.
He's not?
You got a masterpiece.
His son just did the new Ghostbusters, and he was on the set with him all the time.
Yeah, I think there are better people who could have maybe Richard Donner and Bill Murray was just not the combo.
I think
there's
like
a masterpiece to be had here. We just didn't get.
I feel Bill Murray. You know what? I think you're right, and I feel Bill Murray might have. He was like. I feel like he mailed it in, kind of.
Yeah.
I know he worked hard and ad-libbed a lot of stuff, but I feel like as the movie progressed, I feel like he just did not give a shit.
Well, so they also filmed the last scene last. They wanted to make it where he was going through the character arc and whatnot, and he'd have most of the energy and most of like,
I love that.
I'm done with this movie, so let's fucking knock this out of the park kind of thing. And I think it works because at the end of the movie, he does seem very genuine. He does seem very happy and go lucky, and like I believe what he's saying. I believe the way he's like, he's not going crazy, but you can see he's kind of losing it.
Yeah,
but in a good way.
At some point, I'm gonna say I watched this movie. I watched it a lot when I was young, and I didn't really get it.
Okay.
And as an adult, I watched it again, like 10 years later. I do that with a lot of movies. Kid movies I kind of go away from, and then I go catch them again as an adult.
Sure.
And I did that with this one like 2 or 3 years ago, and it literally, say what you will, but the end monologue brought tears to my eyes for real. I was.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I was so inspired. I really did like.
Oh, wait a minute! Hold on! You fucking cuck!
There it is.
Okay,
there
sorry.
it is.
I had to say it.
It really inspired me. It really, really like. It was a movie
Come
that
on, man.
really changed the
fucking pussy.
The way I don't know. It really it moved me. You
know what? Watching the movie last night, I didn't tear up, but I felt a little emotional watching that last thing.
And for Steve, that's as much as I could ever ask.
Yeah, because
for.
Steve, I spent a weekend with Steve in the woods. He didn't get emotional for everything.
Yeah, I watched
for
him.
anything.
What was I supposed to get emotional over?
I don't know.
I watched him kill a lamb for his sins one time. And he didn't shed a tear.
Kalima.
But no, seriously, like watching it, I felt what his character was feeling. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I get it. All right. And then
It's all about those last 5 minutes for me.
But then the movie ends,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, okay.
It just got good.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I'm in it now, and then it's just over. And if the movie took more time with the ending, I would be way more into it. You know what I mean?
I wish Tiffany was here. I want her review, honestly.
She just stopped watching the movie.
She was not into it at all.
She not at all.
Wow. Okay. Around when did she stop watching it? Probably the second Ghost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a little bit
because she's
of a slog
annoying.
around there. A little bit of a slog.
Yeah,
around
exactly.
There. I'm not
You're
gonna
right.
Disagree.
So I get it, and that's what she sounds like to me.
I know. It's funny.
And is she supposed to sound like that? Because that's the girl. That's her voice in real life. And I'm not making fun of that.
And
I'm just saying.
and that's another thing. The cast just felt kind of thrown together.
Yeah. You're right.
I think. Again, I just think Richard Donner was not the right choice.
Yeah,
for this
yeah.
movie
Now,
because they were all decided choices. Everything about this.
Let's
was
just remake
decided.
it ourselves.
I just think he
Let's
was
do
a
it.
poor choice. I think Bill Murray could have. I think Bill Murray's performance would have been better with a different actor. I think some casting choices might have been different. Just Richard Donner, not a good choice for a Christmas movie.
Yeah. So my final decision, my number, I've been going back and forth here because I want to throw it out, but I don't at the same time because I'm not 100% on the number I want to give it because you can tell the movie was well written. You can tell it was well thought out, but it just didn't come together as good as it could have. So I'm in that like 5 to 6 range too, man. I'm gonna say 5.5. Like, I want it to be higher. I really do because I love Bill Murray and everything he is. But this is the last thing we're gonna talk about. Is he a leading man?
I know I'm a little bit far away.
I can hear you.
I'm getting puppy love right now.
Puppy
She's
love.
a sweet little baby.
I had this thought during the film itself. I don't know if he is.
Right, because every movie he's in that's regarded as Bill Murray's awesome in it, he's a supporting character.
Yeah, I mean, when was the last time he was? When does he lead? Like,
I've never.
Other than Groundhog's Day.
Which I mean, and that's a superior film to this. He does a very good job.
Yeah.
That. And that's like,
I've never seen that
and you know
either.
what? That's
You should
Harold
watch it.
Ramis, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So he just needs the right person to like push him in the right direction or to know his energy to go, no.
And
don't do
Harold Ramis, and they've known each other through SNL days.
Yeah,
They've known Richard Donner and him like just met. How are you gonna take? That's why he said it felt so weird directing him. He doesn't know Bill Murray.
Right, exactly.
You know, that's why he had no idea what to do with that. Harold Ramis in the same director's chair, would have known exactly what to do with Bill Murray. And fucking nailed it.
Yeah. So I think this movie is a missed opportunity, but not in such a big way that it makes the movie just blah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I mean, ultimately, the source material is strong. A Christmas Carol is a timeless classic, and I think unless you really fucking butcher it, you know, you're gonna get something decent out of it. You know, the message alone is strong enough to be like, okay, thank you, Merry Christmas.
Here's a big thing then. If this wasn't based off the Christmas Carol, would it be a good movie?
Is it going to have the same morality? Is it going to leave me feeling the same way with the same message of like anybody can change their life at any moment? I can be a good person today.
That's what I'm saying. Like if it, you know what I mean? Like because people,
no. If it's not going to move, I mean, the whole point is that it moves me emotionally with that message.
Right.
That's what makes this movie. I'll just say my number around. I'll say an 8.
No, I get that,
and a lot of that is
I don't
is
disagree
in my
with
mind.
that number. Yeah.
You know, it is in my mind as what a potential of this movie. I see it as larger than it actually is, and I fully acknowledge that.
There's nothing wrong with that. If you like a movie, you like a movie.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? You don't have to defend it like, oh, this is the best movie in the world, but I like it. You know, I like plenty of shitty movies.
Oh, we know.
I embrace the fucking cheese.
You're Captain Cheese.
I am.
Sure are, man.
The Gouda over here. So, with that, I think that's good. Next week, it's actually my pick.
Oh, boy.
Here we go. Are we sticking with Christmas?
But, no, I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. Okay. So, I put out on Twitter earlier today.
Oh, my God. How many votes did you get? How many votes?
So far, we got 5. But it's early.
Get on the social, people.
Get on the
Please
social.
help us
I
out.
put it on Instagram just a little earlier. So, I got 4 movies that I want to choose from.
4?
Because I'm like,
Are any of them good?
yes.
1.
There's one on there.
I knew it.
There's one on there that there's no reason why we haven't touched a movie of his yet.
Tom Hanks.
No, well, we touched one,
Adam
but
Sandler?
not his style movie.
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
8 Crazy Nights.
No, I'm not going Christmas yet.
Man.
It's fucking
okay,
November.
well, that's Hanukkah.
All right, so I'm going to list the 4 movies, and you guys can make the picks and which ones you want to do, and we'll add them to the list.
I love that.
And then by the time we get to next week, we'll have it.
Well, okay. Well,
all right. I like this. This
all
is
right.
exciting.
Only a couple more days.
Right. So, number 1, Happy Gilmore.
Oh, man. That's probably my vote.
Number 2, Beer Fest.
Oh, I
not my
love that.
vote.
I love that movie, too.
Number 3, Hook.
Not my vote.
You don't like Hook?
It's okay. I haven't seen it in a long time. Maybe it deserves a rewatch.
Yeah, the same.
Number 4, Tommy Boy.
You're talking. 2 of those movies are the greatest comedy classics of all time.
I could do Tommy Boy right now without even fucking leaving the couch.
Trust me.
I watched it 10 days ago, I think.
I'm literally flipping a coin.
In comes the meat wagon. But it gets out and goes, oh my God.
New guy's in the corner puking his guts out. All because you wanted to save a couple dollars.
Get out. Now. Do you want me to?
You validate.
I love that movie.
Tails is Tommy.
Okay.
Tails for Tommy. I like that.
We got tails.
We got Tommy. All right,
Tommy
one
is
for
my
Tommy.
vote.
I'm going wherever George went.
All right, so we got
I
2
need
for
more
Tommy.
votes for Tommy.
And our friends over at the podcast that we were on the other day, or they came on.
They're great.
Yeah, the
I follow them on Instagram. They're very funny.
Did you eat paint chips as a kid?
Why?
Why?
Because I'm a maniac. How funny is it that it's been so long since there's been a water pump at a gas station?
Yeah,
Like
good
hooked
point.
up to the same thing, right? Anyways, they're from the what's your
least favorite
favorite scary movie? They also said Tommy Boy.
Yeah, they're very cool.
So we got 3 votes for Tommy Boy right
4
now.
votes.
I just 3
Us
votes.
2.
That's 2. I didn't.
Oh,
I'm not
they're,
choosing.
they're only
They're
2.
3.
They're 1 vote.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the other 2 were for Hook and Beer Fest.
So
Wow.
the movie's time. Nobody voted for Happy Gilmore.
Not yet.
Wow.
So
the other side of the coin was Happy Gilmore.
yeah, so I'm gonna make a. If you want to do the same thing, you guys can make a thing on well, you don't have socials, whatever. If you want to do the Instagram thing like Mike
You don't
did
have
or whatever.
Instagram?
I don't. I have an Instagram. My username is literally user_, and then I have to put in a bunch of random characters. I don't.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I
awesome.
got rid of all my friends.
He's a creep.
I don't fuck with social media
Hey,
anymore.
there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
It's
dude.
actually healthy.
It's
Yeah.
very healthy.
But being on shows and running bands and whatnot,
Yeah,
you
that's-
kind of have to be on the socials.
Yeah.
I'd like to think if I wasn't a part of these podcasts or the bands, I wouldn't. But I'm vain as fuck. So
Vain as fuck. Anyways, I want to give a shout out to Mike for being on last week from the Zero Idea podcast, and also I was able to go on the Zero Idea podcast.
oh yeah,
where we did the Patreon and
everybody
whatever.
loved you too.
Did they? Because I heard what was that one guy talking shit about me on there?
Oh,
He was joking.
Yeah, well, no, he probably wasn't
Yeah,
joking.
probably
He's
not.
kind of a dick, but I won't say his name. But yeah, he called you a plebe.
You pleb.
Yeah, fuck him. Who cares?
Yeah, no, I had a
No,
good time.
What the fuck even
My
is a
mom
plebe?
even
That
my
sounds
mom
like something
even
you call
my mom
people.
texted me, was like, Steve's really good on this episode. So
Oh,
Plebe
nice.
sounds like something you call people when you don't actually want to insult them. You just want to fuck with them.
right.
So
You
I
plebe.
think you're in the clear.
Yeah. No, I didn't take any offense to it. I don't take offense to anything ever. So yeah,
I would say look for me and Steve on TV this Wednesday, but nobody's. Oh no, you can.
we'll
This
be
coming
on
up- this com-
TNT
tomorrow.
8 o'clock,
Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Look for me and Steve on TNT. We're sitting. We
8
went.
p.m.
We went to like the local wrestling show here, and then got a wild hair up our ass and bought second row tickets
3 hours away.
3 hours away for Wednesday night.
And then we'll be on Friday night too at 10 o'clock.
Hell yeah, on TNT.
Wow.
Dynamite and Rampage, and we're getting home at like 4 o'clock in the morning. But you know what?
Don't care. Yeah. Like you said, happiness.
Exactly. You got to do what you want to do.
And I want to go see grown men and women throw each other around in
Nothing.
tights.
You know, it's
Tights.
wanna hear
All
something
greased
funny?
up. Let's hear it.
By the way,
When I was in high school, I wanted.
Quinn McKay has shirts on Pro Wrestle Tees. I almost bought
Jesus.
one.
When I was in high school,
Yes, sir.
I wanted to do like.
Were you on the
theater.
wrestling team?
No. Well, that's
Oh.
kind of my point, though. When I was in high school, I wanted to do theater, so I did some theater. I also talked about how I wanted to do gymnastics. You know, when I was younger, I wanted to do that. I thought it would be fun to like jump around and stuff.
Sure.
And do flips and shit. I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. And my dad kind of implied that maybe that was not the most heterosexual activity.
Okay.
To which today we don't need to talk about whether that's acceptable or not. But back in the early
Sure,
90s
yeah.
or mid 90s when I was saying that, he said that to me, and I was like, okay. My dad did wrestling in high school.
And that
Yeah.
is the most homosexual thing you can think of if you want to break it down.
If you want to break it down, but it
Yeah.
also is like the most fucking manly shit.
No,
too.
it's fucking not.
Have you
No,
seen
it's
The
not.
Ladies' Boy?
It is not manly at all.
What are
Have
you
you
talking
seen-
about?
Wrestling?
You're grabbing other dudes' junk and putting your junk in
You
the
wearing a
face and whatever.
leotard,
Yeah.
You are sweaty on the floor rolling around.
Right, but it's
and you
also
pin him.
it's
and
pure
you pin
grit.
Him down.
Well, dude, it was the Greeks or the Romans,
Probably both.
both.
Greeks,
were,
Greeks, I think.
They were. It's well documented how gay they were all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They would, for sure. We could talk all day about that.
yeah. So I mean, and they
And they like invented wrestling.
Yeah.
right? The rules that we go by still to this day.
right.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am Lord.
Gymnastics is co-ed. You fucking
Dude, there's
you jump
nothing wrong
around.
with gymnastics. Those guys are shredded and probably get all the pussy
That's what I'm
in Olympic
saying.
Village.
Like,
That's what my brain went to.
Doesn't make
There's
any
so many
sense, man.
stories about the Olympic Village.
Dude, they just
What?
pass out tens of thousands of condoms as soon as
They
everybody
break
gets there.
The last one they went to, the beds were so badly made that they were just breaking them for how much they were fucking each other.
Because they were all made up. They were made of cardboard.
Yeah.
they just knew. They just made them cheap because they were like, you're gonna break them anyways.
Yeah.
Right. Asians. Perfect. Hey, anyways, this is the decision reel. If you're listening and still listening, thanks for listening. And if you want to help us out, like I said, help grow the show, share it. Takes 5 seconds of your time. Do whatever you can for us. And again, we'll shout you out on here if you do share anything of ours. And if you want to make a movie suggestion or anything like that, we're all ears. Right, George?
Yeah, definitely. Are we going to be having a live feed if we get some people listening? And,
so we did a test tonight
with us?
Of doing a video.
Now, what I mean is a live feed of people talking to us, maybe on that screen in front of me, so we can.
Oh, like Twitch?
That. Yeah, you know, like,
or
we
Facebook?
say this, they respond. We say, wow, this user said that. Ha ha.
So what I want to do is, and Mike gave me the good idea, is you do our normal episode. Then after the episode, possibly, we do a live.
Like hang out, talk about it.
Exactly, because if we do a podcast and we're talking to people who are live and someone's listening to a podcast, how do they know what's going on? You can't do that.
I don't know what's...
A podcast you're listening to just through your ears, right? Like
Right.
a music.
Or you could be watching it.
Or you could be watching it, but normally a podcast is just an audio,
Right.
whatever. So if we're talking to people live on Facebook while recording a podcast, that doesn't really work because people can't see what those people are commenting.
Well, that's why we would be like, we wouldn't say everything that everybody says, but we could be like, oh, haha, this user gave us a fun fact for this movie that we didn't have recorded. They said this.
Again, we got to figure that all out, right? We got to figure out if that's whatever. That my idea was we do our thing, then we afterwards we could go live and then talk about the movie with people or something like that.
Okay.
Or before or something. I don't know. We'd have to figure that out. Or we could have it where this is the point of the episode where we do that for 30 minutes or whatever, and then say to the people listening, you can listen or whatever. I don't know. We have to figure that out. And if there's anybody out there who is listening and wants to comment and figure out what you think would be best, well, then let us know.
Yeah, if you listen to some other podcasts and they do something like that and you like it and it's funny to you, let us know, man.
Yeah.
I like interaction. It's fun.
Me too.
I do too,
yeah.
but again, it's hard to do when people just listen, and that's all they do. Yeah,
Smodcast does some stuff like
Sure,
that.
yeah.
And I think they've got a really good network going, and they do some stuff like that.
Right. Well, cool. Well, hey, again, thanks for everybody for being here, and this was a fun episode of Scrooged.
Yeah, and thanks for both of you.
Both. Bye.